Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Chalkcast, baby. We took a month off. I took a month off on me. But look at the captain over there, NRG.
We did it. Let's go. I'm feeling great. I mean, I got the matching podcast fit on as well.
Look at the fit, the matching fit.
Look at the
Feeling good. It's been too long. It's been too long, and this has been long awaited. I mean, I feel like I'm owed an apology, to be honest.
Why is that?
I was defending my life on that ranking stream. I was defending my life. CJ was coming for me. And I said, if they avoid this one team, I can see it. And no, that was just ridiculous. But look what happened. Here we are.
It is.
You expected more out of teammates. You said that you thought he was going to be more of a comrade than he was.
I was the last one standing. Teammates only threw up the American flag when he saw all the enemy soldiers basically down, and then flew up, and then flew the NRG flag. He waited. I mean, what kind of victory is that?
He was hiding somewhere in a little hole in the ground.
Fake support. I'll
To
give
be
credit
fair,
to
I feel like in other wars, he's like teammates has got so much PTSD from other lost battles and lost wars where he's the last soldier on the battlefield, and this one time that he's just like, nah, I've seen this before. I'm not falling for it this time. I feel like I've seen this before. And this is the one that they win in France.
And then he's like, no, I knew it. I was just saying that. Come on. I mean, he flip fly. He wanted to be. He was so happy when G2 won the LA Major that he was the only one that stood the ground of North America, and he couldn't do it again. He just had to wait one more Worlds. I cannot believe it. Swift, you're right. I mean, look how hyped Garrett is right now. We're a month after Worlds, or 3 weeks after. Imagine if we went live straight afterwards. I mean, he would have just internally combusted. So I had to let him cool off a little bit, the captain. He has been on cloud 9.
Just wait until Shopify wins a regional. CJ's going to be unbearable. This is nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Just wait. I mean, this is pretty tame. I mean, this is Worlds. Shop's going to win one regional. CJ's, I mean, it's just going to be, I'm going to skip that episode. I won't be here.
Nah, you will be here. You'll be,
I'll be here.
It's Shop NRG Grand Final. I mean, it's
going to be cinema.
Yeah, look, actually, before we get into Worlds, you guys have mentioned it. Johnny, you want to call me out or something, is it? You're not happy with my ventures after the Worlds?
Well, I mean, you mentioned it. You said that, we've been a month off. That's because CJ just stole the Chalk Company card and went on a Euro trip. So he's got some,
I'd like to thank the patrons.
Storytelling to do.
Spain was fantastic. I'd like to thank the patrons for all your support. I tell you what, I was soaking up the sun. Didn't really get a tan, so I don't know if I'm just not born for that. But yes.
It's September.
Look, I guess it wasn't really summer. But look, I want to apologize. I saw a couple of vicious comments on the Reddit as well about like, oh, this is classic Chalk, all this cool stuff's happening. And I was sitting in, I think, Madrid at the time thinking, look, if we could have gone live, we would have, but took a holiday, took a vacation with the missus. Technically, airy fairy, but it's basically like the second vacation in 3 years when you look at it. Yeah, obviously we go on a lot of work trips, so to speak. But no, I had to. It was Brielle's first Rocket League event, so we made a trip of it. I said, look, you're gonna come all this way. You're gonna travel. Obviously, I just spent 5 days in Europe, fly for 30 hours and come back. But if you're gonna go all that way, typically as Aussies, if there's any Australians in chat, you guys know. You got to stay for a month. You got to stay for a month if you're over there. You got to make the most of the long travel.
It's a long flight. That is a long flight.
It is a long way, yeah.
Yeah, so went to Paris after Worlds and then went to Spain. San Sebastian was fantastic. Would love to go there again. Went to Barcelona, went to Madrid, and went to Seville. This guy stayed for 2 months. See, he gets it. Yeah, thank you very much. You paid double. Yeah, you got to make the most of it. So I really enjoyed Europe, but while I was away, I had one ear hole. Not earball to the ground the whole time because what an exciting...
One eye drum.
Yes, one eye drum on the ground because the transfer window has been absolutely crazy. It's been insane. We've obviously been in touch in the chat as well, talking about all the rumors and the moves, which we will get into.
But before we do, I also have to apologize. Garrett was saying that he thinks he wants an apology. CJ is apologizing. It feels like we're all just apologizing.
Yeah, what's yours?
But my apology. I mean, it's pretty. As to be expected, any winning Worlds, I feel like people feel like I've got a lot to answer to. But I want to apologize because I was walking to the gym today, and I think I might have blanked someone who was trying to get my attention. I had my headphones in, noise cancelling, and I was just like in the zone, going to the gym, focused, And then you walk past a bus stop. Usually I just ignore everyone at the bus stop. There might be somebody asking for change or asking for, do you got any money? So I don't look. I don't know. Maybe this is just a Glasgow thing. It's probably not. I'm sure some of the listeners can relate. But you just eyes ahead, focus when you walk past a bus stop, or else somebody's just gonna ask you for change. But I think some student tried to talk to me, and I was just like, no, I was like zoned out, walked past. I was like, who was that guy? Then I thought, wait a minute. I've just like blanked someone. I think you just tried to say hi. I think because there's no way this guy's asking for money.
Classic
so whoever
Johnny.
that guy was, sorry
Don't meet
to
your
you.
heroes, guys.
I didn't mean to do that.
Don't meet your heroes. This is what happens. This is what happens. He seems like a great guy, and in person, he would just blank you.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I only realized once it was way too late. Like I was way past. I'm like, oh, I can't. That's so dumb on me. Whoops. Oh well. Sorry to whoever that was. So if they're listening,
that was
you probably
me.
know.
Okay,
Yes,
I don't
yes,
believe
it was
that. I don't
me.
believe that guy.
It was me, and I'm really sorry. But yeah, I had to go to the gym. I was late, so yeah, had to just keep going.
Well, Ricky, you live in Mexico. Well, speaking of Mexico, I did actually meet a chalked enjoyer at the Madrid airport when I was leaving.
Really?
Coming home.
Really?
Who was heading to Mexico for vacation. So actually, you clearly it's not you because you live in Mexico. But yeah, didn't meet.
Was it someone from Spain? A Spanish?
No, it wasn't someone from Spain. So it didn't really. Actually, maybe, but it wasn't a Spanish person. So no, they could live in Spain.
No, a Spanish person. Okay.
No, but yeah, shout out to them. So we obviously met heap of people over in Leon as well. If you guys are at World, shout out to you guys. It was absolutely insane. But yes, holiday mode is over. We're at well, actually next month, Johnny, you might be going on holiday mode as well.
I am going on holiday next month. We've not really done a good job
forget about
the holidays here. Like let's just try and pump out content because I'm not gone until a month from now. So surely by then the off season's over by then, isn't it?
Yeah, we're just into the first regional. I think at that point. So yeah.
You don't take many real holidays in esports. This sounds like a very first world problem, but with all the traveling we do, none of them are really holidays. You're kind of just like seeing the inside of a venue, the inside of a hotel, and maybe one night or one day in the actual place you're in.
Yeah,
so.
You arrive Tuesday.
Everyone
you
asked
leave
me.
Monday.
Everyone asked me how France was, and I was like, I don't know, no idea.
Mm-hmm.
People were nice, but I really didn't get to do anything.
Yeah, when did you?
Yeah, people asked to recommend Leon. I'm like, well, I don't know.
I got there Friday, and I had to go. So we were doing like a activation for Rockstar, so I had to go immediately to a meet and greet to push this Rockstar event the next day, and then we had another meet and greet before it, and then I went and Saturday I actually played at a LAN, just not Worlds. It was in the bowling alley where we. It was for a Musty video where we were beating the LAN record for most wins. Cloud9 had 25, so I had to sit there and win 26 games of Rocket League in a row, in front of a crowd at a bowling alley, and we did it.
You did it.
That was my weekend.
A huge win all around for North America.
I did go to CJ. You went to Leon City Center one day. Well, you were there early enough to go on the arrival day, right? Yeah. Most of us arrived later that night, so we went out one night in Leon. But I did go to the city center one day by mistake because on the first day, media day, we were Ubering to the venue. There was no shuttle, so I tried to Uber to the LDLC arena. And I couldn't get an Uber because there were strikes. So I try again, LDLC Arena. No, time's out. I'm telling my manager, I'm going to be late. Like, Uber's not giving me an Uber right now. So I try again. But now I'm just like, oh, yeah, whatever, LDLC. Boom. Like, that's it. Got one. Amazing. All right, here we go. Get in the taxi. And we're driving. And I'm thinking, this is like, I did not think we were going to go this way. This is really nice. Wow, really old town. Like, how have they managed to fit an arena in this neighborhood? That's crazy. Surely you'll be able to see it by now. It says we're 2-3 minutes away. Then it struck me. We're not going to the LDLC arena. We're going to the LDLC store. I'm off to buy a laptop. I'm on the wrong direction entirely.
you got a laptop.
So I was just the wrong LDLC. So now I've gone 15 minutes in the wrong direction.
It's just so stupid because it's
like
the
an
first
hour
thing.
late.
Like, how have you done that? It's the first thing that comes up if you put in like LDL. It's just like
so
LDLC
you would
arena.
think. So I'm sure it did as well on the other occasions that I typed it, but not this time. No, the third time it was just the shop. So I've got it in my history. I arrived late, not too late. Made all my call times, luckily, barely. But yeah, he didn't even drop when I got an Uber to the actual arena. He didn't even drop me off at the arena. He dropped me off at McDonald's 10 minutes walk away. I'm like, okay, this is just the worst
Oh, I know which one you're
attempt
talking
of
about.
getting. Yeah,
that happened to me
I
too.
just completely failed at getting from the hotel to the arena. It took me like 2 hours, but still made it. Made it in time for media. Which actually just turned out to be a First Touch episode live. So that was an interesting day. We were just live on FT for day
I want
one.
to talk about that penalty shootout that happened as well. That was a little bit rough on my end. If you guys tuned into that day 0,
the brights were too light for CJ.
I tell you what, in the ad breaks, I was fantastic. I was finding the back of the net, but as soon as we went live, I crumbled. I absolutely crumbled.
Open net accuracy is just not a thing for you.
It wasn't
in any capacity.
It doesn't matter if it's Rocket League or any game, even my own football sometimes. But yes, Worlds guys, unreal. Where do we start? I mean, I still can't believe the NRG have won. By the way, if you asked me who won Worlds last year, I would have to take a little bit of time. I'd be like, was it KC? Was it Falcon? Oh no, it was NRG. It hasn't sunk in yet. But it was.
I think I can't believe it, but I also can. Like I can and can't believe it, if you know what I mean. If you look at the Wikipedia page, there's some events you look at the Wikipedia page, you're like, what on earth happened there? Like this doesn't. They must have put in the scores incorrectly. But like the Wikipedia page, I'm like, actually no, this is like, yeah, I believe it. But the whole season being so bad, and the last split especially being so bad for NA.
Yeah.
First LAN ever in France. Just this story is unbelievable.
They were sixth.
But actually, when you look at the results, it's quite believable. Yeah. I think they were number 6 power ranking by the casters overall, or 5 or 6.
Except the captain. He knew. The captain knew exactly what was going on with NRG. I mean, I was in the bin with them. It's so funny looking back at the Chalkcast clips as well that our lovely editor Fernando was putting up sort of before Worlds, would NRG be a top 4 team in Europe and things like that. These are the discussions that we were having before the World Champs. Would NRG make lands if they're in another region? Is it possible for them to win? And
saying that stuff was crazy though. But I would say though, if you would have said before Worlds that they would show up and be more aggressive, then I feel like they would have shot up on everyone's power rankings. There were things that looked different to me than from before. I don't know if it was intentional or they were just feeling it or what, but there was this one moment in the finals where I started freaking out.
I was with you. You were like, they're challenging. They're challenging.
Yeah. TRK had Daniel beat by a mile because he was like high on the wall and Daniel's on the ground. Daniel went anyway, like just,
he just went
no
to get
hesitation. Dusted. No hesitation. And I was like, oh, they're challenging. And they were just flying everything, bro. They hadn't played like that. It looked like last season's NRG, and it wasn't because they were playing the same way. It's because everyone got more aggressive this year, and it made them look not aggressive. But then they just stepped it up, and I don't know. Atomic was insane the whole event. I think Beastman kind of stole the spotlight at the end. But I was happy. When I saw Falcons beat K Corp in the way they did, as well, I got really excited.
Crazy match.
I got really and they got away with a lot. Like there were some crazy saves Falcons had. There were some crazy misses from K Corp, and it was like an insane match. But it wasn't.
Crossbar was insane in that game.
Like
that was a crazy match. But looking back, if you look back at it, you realize that actually a lot of it was the tension, not actually the good play, making it seem like the greatest.
So when I saw that, I was like, and I liked the NRG Falcons matchup. I got really excited, but for a second, it felt too good to be true. That everything that I was half joking about, dodging Vitality. I like the Falcons matchup. I even said I like the K Corp one, I think, but I like the Falcons matchup for them way more just because they beat them this season. That's just like a big. They haven't beat K Corp. I think they took it close, but that's just a big. Because I think a lot for them is mental, and it felt like they look comfortable, and probably having lost last year, being there before as a trio probably helped as well. It's like, I don't know. Just send it.
Can we go all the way back then? Because obviously you're like not all the way back, but can we get back to the playing stage? Let's really run down this World Championship real quick. Because a lot happened. There are a lot of, obviously we'll touch back on NRG at the end, but this was an insane world championship. And I'm talking about, storylines coming out everywhere as I'm trying to pull up this Wikipedia page. OCE.
The big story was OCE.
Hello?
OCE top 6 is insane. I think that's, so you're talking about things that are unbelievable. I think that's more unbelievable than NA winning or 100%. NRG winning. I think OCE top 6 came out of nowhere. That is a crazy story. So I made a top 5 stories after the event video. Put that number 3, and for once, like I put NA winning Worlds number 4, OCE top 6 number 3, because I think it's a crazier story. And not many people complained, which surprised me, because I thought a lot of people would just complain because NA hate or whatever accusations, but everybody was kind of like, "Yep,
fair enough.
That's crazy. Can't believe that happened. I can't believe that happened." And that's what I still cannot believe happened. 6-0 out of the group stage.
It's I still can't believe it. Look at this bracket. It's obviously started with the play-in stage. This was a tough one. We did get the matchup that we expected though. From the boys captain, we had the Justin GenG Shopify lower bracket. So it did kind of go the way we were expecting, I guess. Everything, NIP easy.
Yeah, somewhat. The only surprise was that the other team in the mix wasn't the South American 3. It wasn't made in Brazil. It was APAC, which nobody saw coming. Yep. That was like another insane story.
They had 3 of them.
APAC did so well.
Yeah, I mean, and they also beat Shopify.
They bodied Shopify in Game 5 as well. I was like, what am I watching? This is not supposed to go like this, but it did. So yeah, that was an insane run.
Super disappointed for Shopify, but they just didn't look great. GenG did well. Rock was definitely the team to talk about coming out. I mean, we expected NIP to kind of walk their way through the way they were looking in the LCQ in Europe as well, but Rock was crazy. I mean, again, I feel like we predict it? I think we kind of we knew what they could do.
I was pretty high. I think we were pretty high.
I guess we were. Yeah, I had Gazi at
we were pretty high on Rock. You had
we predicted them
in the top 25.
Didn't we?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think we did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So we got that right.
Yeah, we were all very high on Rock. Rock delivered. They didn't deliver in the main event, but they look really good. MENA looks really good at the moment because of that. Well, even more because of that. APAC looked phenomenal in the play.
Yeah, Catalysm. What's going on?
Games in the main event as well. Yeah, Catalysm played his best Rocket League of all time.
He was clipping.
He was.
Outrageous.
They played great. They played great Rocket League. Really fun to watch as well. I love the way they play. Just entertaining, aggressive.
Yeah,
looking loose out there.
Wasn't a big fan of Souza coming out and being like, you see that everyone doubted us, and I was like, yeah, but you guys lost to Foot at EWC. Of course.
Yeah, they did lose to Foot.
Of course.
Of course, everybody doubted you, bro.
That was a bit weird.
Yeah.
I feel like, just take the win. I think just take the win, but you don't have to then go on a calling out spree of everyone that doubted. I can't believe everyone thought we were going to not make it out and stuff. It's like, okay, right, relax.
When it's absolutely valid to think that. But at the same time, of course, if you read a bunch of that and if that's all you're seeing and then you go and just do the opposite, I don't blame him for... Yeah, I don't blame him for having his moment. So
okay, Archie, relax. You've said 2 things in the chat so far. Shopify played well, and Foot's a good team. This guy.
Oh, that's Archie.
This guy, man. So yeah, we had the play-ins and we got into the group stage. Sorry, it's half cut off, but I can't be bothered changing it. Yeah, we got into the main event, the main shebang, and well, just looking at Group A, that was it. Group A was ridiculous. What on earth happened here? We had the Ultimates upset again. They just love playing KC early on in a tournament. Yeah. And then wildcard sweeping Dig, which is a bit of a... it's insane that they went 6-0, as you mentioned, Johnny. The Furia one, I wouldn't say is... Look, it's still an upset, but it's on Furia's form, it's not... out of the ordinary. Well, it is out of the, you know what I mean? It's not crazy.
Well, they were trending down.
We were trending there.
Yeah, they were trending that direction, but of course, still big upset for it.
But wildcard weren't trending up.
I think wildcard winning a 3-2, a close series would have made sense, but they just swept them. We're like, wait a minute, what's going on there? That's a big surprise. So yeah, it was unexpected for sure.
The Dig one was huge, and I mentioned before, the last Worlds was Jack. Was the GenG roster, the Jack Firstkiller Chronic roster. They lost to Pioneers. at Worlds. So once again we've had Jack lose to OCE, and it was a sweep. I mean, this is ridiculous. It was comfortable too. Like it's a 1-0 through a couple of 1-goal games, but a 3-0 finish. Ridiculous. I was crying.
The best part is after that happened, we were talking to the team, we were congratulating them, and they were still trying to figure out what exactly that meant. Like, where are they in the bracket? What happens? What happens after you win this?
They
like,
considered
they've
the
not
possibility.
looked at it. No, they've not looked at it. They have no idea. We were like, guys, you're in Champ Sunday, guaranteed. You can't miss Champ Sunday now. They were like, wait, what do you mean?
Yeah, Behan's like, you're kidding, bro. No way. We're through. What is going on? I was like, bro, you had a day off. You're through to Sunday as well. Like, even if you lose, you play one
you
game
got a
Sunday.
day off. Chill.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just again, like, you know, and there were some people complaining like, oh, look at this bracket, like it doesn't make sense, but God, was it funny to look at this playoffs bracket having the Ultimates, NRG, Falcons, and Wildcard, not a single European team in the top 4 of the upper bracket in the playoffs. But yeah, Group A was crazy. That was the story of groups was Wildcard and the fact that they were through to Sunday. The few other kind of upsets, obviously Dig then went down, lost to their bogey team in Geekay again. We saw the EWC kind of mini drama with Jorius comfortable on that side of the bracket, and Geekay then beat them. They've done it again. So they got through. KC sweeping Furia. They really just fell apart. Rock disappointing though, 0-6 coming out of a 6-0 play-in.
Yeah, a little bit, but they also had some pretty tough opposition for them. I think that was a pretty deathly little quadrant in the bracket there. I think they could have gone well against some other teams, but yeah, it was a pretty tough run.
Yeah, it was a little bit tough.
It was just wildcards run in reverse. Like wildcard swept the teams that Rock lost to, but that doesn't suddenly make. I feel like it doesn't make Rock bad for losing to the teams that wildcard beat. I think it just makes wildcard good. In that,
yeah,
that
they
event.
played
That's what I think
like unreal. I'm gonna have to do like a replay at like some even their playoff matches. We'll get into that in a moment, but yeah, KC 3-0 Furia, that was pretty expected based on how Wildcard did it, even though they did beat Rock. GK Safi wants an in-depth analysis on GK Dig. Yeah, I think it's a bit of a mental diff going on here, but was that a kickoff goal? Yeah, it was 4-3 in that game 5 as well.
7 seconds in.
Almost got reverse swept, Archie, but 7 seconds in, kickoff goal denies the reverse sweep. Insane. That game was crazy.
Yeah, they were up 3-1 in game 5 as well, weren't they?
Yep. Yeah, well, they were down and out. Yeah.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, they were up 3-1 in game 5 and they
even
lost it.
That's crazy.
And it was like, what? I feel like they were 3-1 down with a minute left, maybe something like that.
Like Retals retires, then he's immediately instigating. Retals is already instigating. He retires, and now he's just letting everybody have it.
We need to get this man on the. We need to get this man on the pod. We need to get this man on the pod. That's some more news for later on, though. Retals absolute superstar.
He's just for the audio listeners. He's just asked, "Do you think that defensive teams are a meta now that NRG's won Worlds?" So that's a question we can address later on. That's going to be a hot topic.
Just know he's giggling in call typing that. Yeah, so Group A, the massive upset was Dig not making it, Wildcard making it. The rest was kind of business as usual. Group B, we had Falcons, the Falcons Vitality matchup, which was great. Yeah, GenG with the sweep. That was expected. That was a close game 5, the Vitality Space Station. Really nice series. They actually reverse swept. Oh, that was all right. It was 12-0, and then they came back. What are these?
Yeah.
They
I don't know what on earth happened there. That was almost NA's finest hour because that was happening. Like SSG were 20-0ing Vitality. Meanwhile, NRG are sweeping NIP. It was like, this is the greatest NA's ever looked. And then they both started getting reverse swept at the exact same time. And we watched the entire thing in the cafeteria with like a bunch of the NA casters, and the demeanor shift was so funny. We were just like watching this, like what on earth is going on? NRG winning that game 5 might have saved the entire event. So just
and it was like such a
that was like
climatic goal.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, it's just open and Daniel scores. Okay, tap it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I cast.
But if they lost that, it would have been
he
so
went to the
over.
corner.
Redosa went for corner boost, I think it was in the end. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Like you said, Johnny, I was casting it with James, and after the first 2 games, obviously we had an eye on the B stream as well, and it was like, this is the greatest 30 minutes in NA Rocket League history.
In
and
NA
then
Rocket League
it's like,
history,
get into
actually.
game 5. This could be the worst 30 minutes.
It's the worst 30 minutes.
It's
No, think about moment. I think this is the World Championship of moments, honestly, 'cause
100%.
that's like the overtime between NRG and NIP. Looking back at how impactful, how important that is. They
play Vitality if they lose
other
down here, you know.
Yeah, they play Vitality in the lower bracket if they lose that. I mean, everything was just moments.
Well, even
like
Twisted,
KC
like,
missing
'cause
against
Twisted
Falcons.
lost. So you're playing, that's a tough run if you lose that game 5. Like, it's insane.
It becomes like ridiculous. I just think,
Liz-
everything was on a knife edge this Worlds for so many teams.
If Vitality lost that round 1 too, they would have played GenG into Secret to make it a playoffs instead of having to play NIP. So I feel like it would have like helped them a little bit.
They would have made it. They would have definitely made it.
Yeah, they would have been top 8, which then they would have played GK, which they just lost.
No, they wouldn't have
who
played
knows?
Vitality. They would have played Vitality, surely. 'Cause that's who
SSG,
NIP played.
GK. No, they would have the SSG run.
Didn't
talking
NIP
about-
eliminate Vitality, or who are we talking about
I'm
here?
saying if Vitality lost to Space Station originally, they would have been on.
other side
Vitality
of
lost.
the
They would have had the
I'm
GenG
with you. Yeah,
Secret into
yeah.
GK into wildcard run if they beat GK,
Okay, yeah.
which is
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I don't know.
that's-
Vitality have lost to GK. Like Vitality
Yeah,
were
they
just
coulda
like
lost
a bit.
They would have made playoffs, though.
They
They would have
needed
beaten Secret.
they needed a more
Lost
serious
to
Worlds
GK.
buff. They needed a more serious like Monkey Moon exotic Worlds buff. They got a maybe baby buff, but not enough. Nowhere near enough.
There was just no momentum for them. There was like
Yeah.
no momentum going into Worlds at all. It just looked,
hmm
I don't know. And then they also did. I mean, they did not get any favors by having to play Falcons into NIP though. Like that is.
Yeah, the bracket kind of stunk for them. It was pretty
Right.
bad. It was pretty bad bracket. 'Cause they like Zen's been eliminated by Oski in 9th place 2 events in a row now. 2 Worlds in a row. Like Oski was with Oxygen in Dallas, eliminated Vitality in Swiss round 5, and now with NIP does the same thing in group stage, just eliminates him 9th place.
Yeah, because if I could have, I could see that buff really come into effect if they did get into like top 6, because then it's like,
Mhm.
Right?
know,
Yeah.
it's every match is huge. I mean, you're getting closer and closer. So I
Champ
could have seen
Sunday.
that.
Yeah.
To think that
Yeah.
Vitality and Dig were the 2 EU teams that didn't make the playoffs, and NIP have just run through the bracket as well out of the LCQ. It was ridiculous. But yeah, that was the turning point. I think that denied reverse sweep where NRG clutched up 41 seconds into overtime, got the win. They then handled Secret 3-1 and made their way through. So we had Falcons, NRG, Space Station, Ninjas. Obviously, Vitality were the team that missed out. And then Twisted Minds, pretty tough run, but they just had to beat Secret. They came out very flat. Secret looked pretty good. And then they had the tough run because of it. So probably a team that we could have expected to make not expected, but thought they might have been a chance. And then, lose to Secret first up. So obviously, we'll get into the transfer, the roster moves and stuff, but that team has absolutely blown up since then. And then we get into the big dogs, the playoffs, the top 8. And again, every time they threw this bracket on screen, it just looks so funny to see Falcons wildcard in the upper bracket quarterfinals.
It's just the logo, bro.
the
Like
NA
the fact
Regional.
they've got Jester logo. It's so funny. Like I can't believe it. And yeah, it's a shame. I mean, I know it's good and bad that we just have NRG versus Ultimates again. But
That was a scary.
yeah,
match.
that was another scary match. I mean, I think NRG's scary. Weren't there scary matches this event? Where like the game 5 against NIP and game 7 against Ultimates, maybe game 3 against Falcons. Those are the scary games. And then everything else is like actually in control. Well,
Yeah, 100%.
apart from the game losses. So, but yeah, the games that they won that were scary is I guess what I'm saying.
Yeah, they I don't know. Ultimates are a funny team. I feel like they're a team of what ifs of last season. But yeah, we had the upper bracket here, which was insane. I think obviously the game 7, but I mean I'm biased. The highlight was this Falcons wildcard match where this was the greatest 4-1 loss you'll ever see, and they had the entire crowd because everyone hates Falcons after the FIFA Saudi versus France, and just the fact that it is Falcons. And so all the French decided we are going to bring along OCE for the ride. They are now one of us. Had 100% of the crowd support, and they were again, this 4-1 loss, you'd say they only scored 4 goals, but my goodness, they had so many chances. Falcons defense was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And even
it's not what they expected. They thought Falcons were going to be really, really aggro, really like all over them, and they weren't. They were actually a little bit more cautious in that matchup, and it surprised Wildcard, who were probably playing a countering style in that game, and now suddenly Falcons are actually just letting them attack, and it's not what they expected.
And I was chatting to Josh from Data Coach. Obviously, you guys know if you watch Ascension Protocol, we had the player cards, the Data Coach stats. He ran the numbers on this series, and Wildcard should have won. They created in terms of expected goals, like chances that they should have scored. You know they had more expected goals than Falcons throughout the series. It's just that Falcons were ridiculously clinical. Like I think Khalil's scored at 200% or something, so he was scoring like twice the amount of expect. Like they were just clinical. They had less chances and they were just scoring, whereas Wildcard were just creating opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. They just couldn't find the back of the net. Goal line saves and stuff. There was so many chances. Like the ball was 90. Was that one as well? The ball was like 99.8% in or something like that as well. They
99% in.
It was just one of those series. So I don't think Wildcard lost any admirers there, but Falcons just look like they
watch back if you didn't have a chance yet, watch back the walkout. Well, both of the Wildcard walkouts straight in front of the crowd, because we told them that they were going to be popular in front of the crowd, but we didn't think they were going to be that popular, because we'd been informed, like the Rocket Baguette casters told us, like, oh no, Wildcard are going to be like fan favorites for sure, like big time. Everybody's going to be heavily rooting for them. We're like, okay, like to hear that. We passed on the message to the Wildcard players, and they were like, okay, interesting. Not sure why, but sure. They walk out and they're just so surprised. They just did not expect that volume, that kind of reception for that match, and nor did we. We didn't think it was going to be that level. But made it such a cool story.
The highlight was the back and forth close-ups of like Banana Head and then to TRK. It's just like, yeah, boo, yeah, boo. And they just kept going back and forth, back and forth. Such a fun series.
TRK's silly little grin as he's just smiling. And he's like, oh, they're booing me again.
They don't care. They just do not care. And actually, I was sitting behind the Falcons kind of management up in the stands as well. And they were loving it. Like they were smiling. They just knew it wasn't like a normal sort of, we hate this team. It was kind of like, we're just going to go for the underdog, and they knew that they were the favorites. So
well, a little bit. They definitely do hate Falcons.
But it was just kind of, they enjoyed it. They enjoyed the theater of it, I think. So
let me just say that when the crowd flipped to be NRG fans when there was no French team in the final, it's like a little bit more Falcons hate than NRG love, but also just love for the game. I would say it's like love for Rocket League and hate for Falcons that fueled that. Not that that's a bad thing. But if we had, I don't know who they would have gone for if it was like NRG versus Ultimates in the final, for example. I don't know if the crowd would have really been too fast about who wins.
Just very 50-50.
They were like, Falcons lose, amazing. Yeah, they also didn't like that they eliminated KC, of course, previously.
Oh yeah, also the preset, seeing Falcons having to play against cowboy hats and snake wheels and all this stuff.
Really,
it was so fun. It's so troll, but it worked. I mean, that's the thing they did at EWC, and they're like, this team's not taken seriously. They're taking the piss. Like, give this spot to someone else, and then they do it. They're playing well. They're like, this is the best mind game I've ever seen. How do you play seriously against this team? They're rocking random presets.
It's actually sick. Yeah.
I remember Banana Head did that the first LAN he made in LA,
donut
like
wheels
way back
or something. Yeah.
He was using the Portal milk boot, whatever you want to call it.
The Portal glue.
He used that for a while.
Yeah, the gel, whatever it's called.
Yeah, that was awesome.
But you back his mods it.
Yeah,
they all back his mod those
items
so that you can't see it on their screens. People are always wondering how do they play, or you're trolling your teammates. No, the teammates have back his modded those items as well. Like they all just see normal cars. So. It's only opponents who can see that. Unless the opponents also back mod those items, which would be crazy meta. You like scout out their preset that they're going to troll with before. Imagine we could like start selling that. It's like the Rocket League black market, selling the info of what items to back mod so you don't get trolled by Banana Head and his preset on stage.
All right, Retals, relax, Aaron. I know you've retired, but you need to still have some sort of PR going on over there.
I was thinking it, but this is going on Spotify, so I can't say
that.
We want the ad revenue.
Yeah, so that was crazy. And you've mentioned Banana Head, only guy to have him in the top 25. But look, we'll leave the top 25 chat for a little bit of a postseason thing. That's going to be fun to look back on. Lower bracket time, we had KC NIP, which was an insane first match, which was, did they leave it till last on the day? Yeah, this was The best part about this for me was the fact that KC lost, so they had to play on Friday, which meant that we would have a full crowd for all 3 days potentially, but they needed to win this. I was rooting for KC just because I didn't want the crowd to leave. If they lost, then they wouldn't be there for the weekend. But that was a crazy series as well, this one here.
Which, by the way, just in passing, want to credit the Blue Wall for staying. But when they lost, when they got eliminated, they all stayed. As far as I could see, I didn't see any unusual amount of empty seats. There's always like a random empty seat everywhere when you look around a venue like this. But it looked normal, so the crowd stayed. They obviously weren't as excited about KC being eliminated, but people were accusing them and saying that they're going to leave. They didn't. So
big one as well.
Credit. And Vitality's crowd as well. They sang for the entire. They sang. They did not stop. If you watch back the wildcards versus GK match, they sang the entire time. They didn't stop. 1 whole hour. They were just non-stop making noise. So Vitality's not even playing that day. And
shout out Vitality, man. They were the true...
Unbelievable.
It was ridiculous. They had an entire bay the Golden Hornets said, we're coming.
Hornets.
I mean, we've lost. We're not even in the crowd. We got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We got the tickets.
Archie. Series lasted about 30 minutes. Yeah, but they started about 15 minutes before and didn't finish till about 15 minutes after. They just kept going. So they were just having a good time. And wanted to shout out Golden Hornets because they actually did a whole hour of noise on a day where Vitality's not even there. 2 days after Vitality's gone, by the way. And
I was surprised they stayed. I couldn't believe they stayed.
Yeah.
I believe it. I knew they would stay. They're a very passionate group. I wasn't sure about the Blue Wall because sometimes they're just like, no, we're just
They threw up the sign as well sometimes, like the no KC, no party, but they didn't. They stayed. So...
Well, they put up a sign. They held up this sign that looked a bit more scuffed. What did it say? Does anyone in chat remember?
That was like the pics. There was the
our brand. No, they put up a sign up. It was like our brand, your revenue or something. Our brand, your ad
really?
rev or
That's
whatever.
Funny.
Yeah, because they're just like, we bring the views or whatever, and you're generating.
And they have
ad
no
revenue
decal
off of us
this year.
Yeah. They probably got offered one. I guess they didn't reach an agreement, but that's not to say it was a good deal that they were offered. I'm just I'd be surprised if they weren't offered one.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, they always they're more like controversial group, the Blue Wall, more like we do our own thing kind of vibe. So seeing them stay, that was cool. I wasn't sure what would happen there.
So yeah, we had KC winning, which is huge. We also had GK, SSG, and GK just looked like they were the LAN experienced team on this one. They absolutely smacked them after the kind of first game win for SSG. So Archie was locked in as well. This guy just, he tries to walk like he has 3,000 aura. He needs to just walk like a normal human when he does his walkouts, Archie. He tries to walk like he's the coolest kid in town. Don't look at the camera. Don't look at the camera. Look past the camera. Look past the camera. I can just see his head. Like, you can see what he's thinking when you're walking up. No, you look cool.
So what's wrong with that walk?
He's trying to aura walk.
You're trying to aura walk. You're trying to aura walk when you walk up. He's not looking at the camera. He doesn't smile, and he's looking past the camera. He's looking straight up on the stage. And he walks over. You know what you're doing, Archie. I've seen you walk normally.
No.
He's very nonchalant.
I've seen you walk normally. It's crazy.
he's very nonchalant. So yeah, that was Friday. We had a few matches going on there. We had the elimination games. We had the upper bracket, and then we got into some Saturday matches.
Thank you.
Most aura in the arena. Wait, no, Friday was... That wasn't Friday, was it? That was Friday? That was Saturday, because we had top 6 on Sunday.
Which one?
Was that a...
Saturday was the 2 upper matches, and the first one's the lower bracket. Sunday was the last 5. Yes.
I got you. All right, so... Yeah, we had those matches. We had the KC Ultimates, which was just... It looked like that was where it looked
like, okay, we know who's going to win this event.
This was the Birmingham final again. Just revenge match.
That was bad.
Yeah, when that happened, you're like, ooh.
Ultimate scored 2 goals.
That was a sad one to watch.
They weren't even on the pitch.
That was bad
for that one. Yeah,
I was really worried after that.
I think everybody was. I think every non-KC fan was extremely worried at that point because they saw how they just rolled Ultimates and NRG went Game 7 with them. It's not like Ultimates played badly. Now suddenly they're just getting mopped. So yeah, KC looked unstoppable.
It was scary.
Luckily for everyone else, Falcons had another thing in mind. But yeah, very impressive KC against Ultimates.
At that point, yeah, I think everyone said, okay, this tournament's over. They just got revenge on their team that keeps beating them. And then we had this. This was another fantastic match just for the theatre. We had GK and Wildcard. And now going into this, we got a bit of a story. Johnny, with the whole dinner we had before this matchup with Wildcard with Jimmer. Where this was obviously after Wildcard had a bit of the crowd with Falcons, but then they're coming into Geekay, and when you're looking at this match and you're in France, you're thinking who is going to have the crowd support, because obviously Geekay is an EU team, no French players, but European team.
Previously cheered for as well. They were definitely getting a lot of crowd support in their other matches.
Definitely, and then you've got kind of the they love Joyo. There was a lot of French people who were saying that they obviously love Joyo. Got the previous Moist, obviously the Vatira link as well. But the wildcard had 100% of the crowd against Falcons, so there's still going to be some wildcard supporters. And we said to Jimmer, mate, this game is up for the taking with the crowd. They're looking for someone to root for, because this feels like a 50-50. And then we suggested, what if you guys came out with actually, I think we said a French flag at the start. And there's a little, you can't really come out with a flag.
No, you can't do flag. Yeah, because flags are not allowed. So we told him, go to a bakery, get the biggest baguette you can find, and tell them to carry that.
You guys?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. We had to persuade him as well.
Was like,
but Jimmer,
cultural
he was worried.
appropriation sort of thing. I was like, no, they're gonna love it. They're gonna absolutely.
I was like, mate, we're in France. There's no such thing as cultural appropriation. It's just like you can pander to a French crowd and they'll love it. You can't. He said you can't pander in Australia. The crowd will boo you if you pander to them. But if you pander in France, they love it. They're like, oh yes, something French, amazing. We love French looking things. You walk out dressed as the Eiffel Tower, they'd love it. You walk out with a giant baguette, they're gonna love that as well. It was his idea to do the knighting with the baguette, though. That was genius. Chef's kiss. So well done.
They got knighted.
I guess
and that
Baker's kiss.
Iconic. One of the best walkouts we've ever seen. I'm a massive fan of walkouts, and that got the crowd up and about, to say the least. And I don't know if they just love Banana Head because they think it's a funny name, but they just absolutely love Banana Head. Every time he was on the screen, they
do love Banana Head.
This was probably this was the funnest series in terms of they were rooting for GK as well. It was just everyone was happy. I feel like in the crowd watching this, because they love Wildcard, but GK, like if GK win, they're the favourites. And we still love GK as well. So it was another great series, another great 4-1 loss. I thought. I don't know what Archie thought of the game, but I thought Wildcard still played pretty well.
He said pay to win for only one game.
Pay to win one game.
It was 4 1-goal games.
Yeah, the game 2 OT, there were chances going the other way.
No, every game was 1 goal. Never mind. Every single game was a 1-goal game.
They were better than SSG.
Close, yeah.
There you go. So top 6 for Wildcard.
That's crazy.
They do lose 4-1, 4-1, but 2 fantastic 4-1 losses. I think again Wildcard couldn't find the back of the net. Archie's defense was ridiculous. He was locked in. I don't know if this guy's got his hours up, but Archie fantastic. So Wildcard get eliminated, and then we do have our final 4, which is NRG, GK, Falcons, and KC. So order is somewhat restored after the upper bracket had no EU teams coming into the playoffs. We now get 2 EU teams, a MENA team, and an NA team. So they were thinking, okay, this is kind of like a normal event after all this. But it wasn't, because then we got both EU teams knocked out in the semi-finals to get Falcons NRG. I mean, that Falcons KC match was crazy.
I
expected KC to win.
Yeah, it was insane. KC they didn't play very well in the business end of that series, missing very clear-cut chances that they'd usually take. Falcons had much more clinical shooting and took more of their chances, so they won the series. But when Falcons won that, I think everybody who was just hoping for a good event, which is usually my bias as someone who's working the show, I'm just like, I really hope it's just a good final. Like, don't really whatever people want to believe. I don't actually really care too much about who wins, as long as if it's a good final W event. So when KC are out, I'm like, oh no. If this venue just empties, that's really bad. If this venue is just flat or like really quiet, or everybody's just like not into it, that would suck. That would just be really bad. So I was unsure. I was a bit nervous for the product, I guess, in that moment when Falcons won. But what a story. Falcons just continuing and MENA just continuing to make strides, winning a major this year, winning 1v1 Worlds, making so many grand finals, and making a Worlds finals a best event for the best result for them ever. So it's amazing for MENA.
Yeah, and just for me,
we were worried for the product.
no reason to make a roster move after this. I'd say as well.
Yeah, probably just run it back. Yeah,
they should just
probably just run it back. Honestly, just keep it.
I think we'll touch on transfer window in a second, but I'd say there'd be zero chance of a Falcons roster move after getting top 2 Worlds and
best
getting
year
top 2
they've ever had.
PWC and winning a major and then winning FIFA E. And
after winning FIFA E, winning a major, making EWC final, making Worlds final. There's like the list goes on. It's just insane.
I'd say they're pretty locked in, guys, for next season. I think there's no reason to make a change. I think this series as well. We touched on the Neo Tokyo game. I think I tweeted about it as well. Like, this was a case of Falcons defense being so good that every time KC had a chance, they wanted to find the pixel perfect top right corner of the net. And when you're a little bit off, it's just crossbar. It was, I don't know. It was tough to watch. Because you're like, here it is. Oh, they just kept going.
Ross was getting like skim saves and like the most insane.
It was crazy. Yeah.
It was actually crazy. But
that was a scary series.
I swear, like every single time K-Corp were on the ball, it was like the loudest crowd noise of all time. And I'm like, dude, like I feel like it's almost like I would psych myself out by that. It was like everyone's so hyped and like every single time you mess up. Like that would psych me out. So
it's got to be for sure. Yeah, for sure. It had to be a nerve-wracking experience. I mean, we talked about it before the event. We did mention that the big question mark was, will the French players benefit from the crowd or not? It seems like the answer is no. I think they did.
It's too like perfect. It's too dream. It's too like this is the dream moment. Like
I did. I did jinx the NRG crossbar hit in the GK series. They were hitting their shots. I was like, this is crazy because NRG usually hit the crossbar a bit, and then versus GK they were just slotting everything, like crossbarred in. So I decided, I think it was like game 3. I was like, okay, we've got a lot of evidence of good shooting. I'll bring it up at this point, and then they immediately bing just hit the crossbar. I was like, perfect, fantastic. All right, move on. You can't give analysis like that. You can't point out about any kind of trend that you notice in a Rocket League game. It will go the other way straight away.
It's just I feel like that. I'd love to analyze that game 6 though. It just felt like for KC, because they got to a point like for Falcons were 1-0 up, and that you could just see they said, "Boys, let's just sit in net." And they stopped challenging in midfield. Like Casey had so much time to set up every solo player. They just started going air dribble, infield. And all 3 of Falcons just sat in net and said, try us. Like, what do you got? And they just kept blasting the crossbar. It was insane for 2.5 minutes or maybe 3 minutes of just KC offense. And they just could not find the back of the net. So Falcons got the job done. NRG. That was as far as GK got. Top 4 is crazy. Top 4 is the furthest that Joyo or Archie, the whole team has got in a world champs. So, credit to the guys.
Great run.
Archie going from Sweden was the last time he made a top 6 to the world champs. It's pretty crazy. I was playing when he was there. So well done, Archie. Credit to you.
Sorry, is there any small asterisks because NRG hadn't beat Vitality K-Corp in a while? Hell no. No asterisks, bro. Their name's going up in Champions Field. That's all.
Well, like where asterisk where? Asterisk where? Like on the world championship text? Asterisk asterisk on the
no
do we put like asterisk on the Champions Field banner? No, there's no asterisk, but I mean if people want to predict that they will lose the next one, that's justifiable. But no, obviously there's no asterisk. That's insane.
Mickey bracket, Mickey run.
Absolutely. I like that the bracket is more cutthroat. I like that there's a chance for these stories to happen. Some people will say like, no, we should do like quadruple elimination. Wildcard aren't really a top 6 team. They only beat 2 teams. Maybe they would have lost the next 3 if it was Swiss. Nah, enough of that. Let's just do the cutthroat format. Like if there was just a single elimination world championship, I wouldn't mind it. Honestly,
League does that.
Top 16 single elim. Why are we letting losers have a second chance? Really, think about that. Why are we letting losers have a second chance?
I think League.
Yeah, what is a group stage? Let's just do a top 16 single lim for Worlds. Like then you can have Cinderella runs because I'm all for that.
I get it. I'm not calling you out. I get why you say that. I know it's coming. So that's why I said that. But
you did read a comment in the chat which somebody did ask that, so I wanted to say I agree. I don't think there's an asterisk at all. I don't.
Yeah, I'm saying to him, he was defending himself, saying he's a huge NRG fan. I was saying I'm not calling him out. It's just I feel like that's going to be a common thing.
See. Yeah.
And Archie says they're going to beat K-Corp in the final. I think if NRG plays the same way, they're beating everybody.
I think they should believe that, and somebody can
100%.
disagree because it didn't happen. So we can talk about what we think would have happened, but it didn't because KC couldn't hit the back of the net. So I'd be more worried if KC are in the final. I'd be more worried about their lack of accuracy than anything else. I don't think it's going to improve in the final. I think they're going to hit more crossbars.
It's like the argument where like, oh, if I would have won this match, we would have won for sure. I hate that argument so much. Like if you would have won this match, you lost, you would have won the final. Like I'm like, yeah, I've always hated that. So many people have said that before, but
yeah. So anyway, NRG's Mickey run finished with just another trash team that had to play in the grand final in Falcons. I mean, these guys were just no good.
Yeah, I mean, what a bunch of part-timers.
And MENA Roster change.
Had to play OCE in the grand final. Falcons. This was I think you mentioned the turning point. Was it the game 3 or game 4? I mean, that was still close games.
It was game 3 in London the last time they played them in a final as well. It was game 3 both times. That time it was a 0-second goal. This time it was overtime. So game 3 seems like the one that really decides that matchup in finals.
It felt like once they at 3-1, it just felt over. I don't know, and they were still close.
Falcons
games.
called a timeout at 2-1, which I didn't. Sometimes we say that teams shouldn't call a time. Or you shouldn't wait until your last life to call a timeout because it's too late. But I think it was game 1 NRG won, game 2 Falcons won, then NRG won game 3, and Falcons called a timeout, and it was like a 1 goal game overtime. I was a bit surprised by that. If I'm NRG in that, I've never been a pro, but I'm thinking if I'm NRG in that context. That just gives me even more confidence. Like, wait a minute, they called a timeout? They must be nervous. Like, that's insane. Why are they calling a timeout? We just won an overtime game after losing the previous game. We're not even at match point. Like, I think that would have given NRG confidence. Archie thinks it's a good timeout. Of course he does. I disagree. I think it was a bad one. I was surprised when they did it.
I'm with you. When you call a timeout, the other team's like, oh, especially when it's only 2-1. You're like, oh, okay. A little bit
if it was 2-0, timeout. If it was like, Falcons won game 1 and then you lose 2 in a row, maybe the game 3 is one-sided, timeout. Obviously, come on. Like, you're getting destroyed. Well, it was so close. It was back and forth, and you called a timeout. I was really surprised by that.
I think,
when it happened, and in hindsight as well.
I could be reading too far into it, but I feel like Falcons might have been surprised because, and Sathew's going to be so mad. But the first time they played him this year, NRG was just playing D. I mean, they were stuck, and then complete opposite this series. I'm so sorry, Sathu, but I feel like maybe they took it because they were, I feel like they maybe. I don't know how much they prepared.
Oh no, Falcons were obviously nervous. I mean, if you look at how they came out of the timeout in game 4, they were like double committing on nothing. It's like the ball's not even being contested, and there's 2 people up for it, just panicking. So they were definitely like nervous and panicking. And NRG's experience was extremely valuable, I think, in that. Moment. They didn't 100%. Look as they were able to just continue being consistent, and
I hate defense.
Falcons look super nervous.
Sathy, there was a moment because I agree to a certain extent the defense thing was overstated, but there was a point after you guys won where you were like, was that aggressive enough? And on stream I was like, yes. I was like so hyped.
Offense.
Wait, when did he say that? When did he say that?
He said it like on the desk. He was like, What
really? I didn't even see that.
Like,
that's so funny.
He's like, what did you say? It was either, are we defensive now or was that aggressive enough? And I remember thinking like, yes. Like I don't know, I was hyped because I
said it with the chest.
Beast mode looked like, I mean, he was on crack. I mean, this guy, I saw some POVs of his. This guy was everywhere. Like it was I mean, he just did not separate the ball. I did not drop a liner like that. Yes, you did. Am I making it up?
I don't remember. I wasn't listening because we couldn't really hear much. The crowd were actually like still making so much noise after that we couldn't in the venue. We couldn't hear the desk at all because the crowd were making so much noise constantly. They were just like probably singing the French anthem at that point, or like saying "Let's go Rocket Baguette" on repeat.
I think
you were blacked out, bro. I think you did. I think you were blacked out.
Yeah, you said something like that. Yeah.
There's no way. Yeah. Okay. It was cold to me.
Cold.
It felt cold to me though.
Yeah.
I think you might have been a little blacked out. I remember thinking that
he was
cold.
talking like a dude that just won the world championship. You just let him go.
Yeah.
He was
again for all our audio listeners. This conversation came off of Sathy saying that he hates defense in the chat,
or I'm making it up.
Obviously, he would. I mean, if I had to watch the same show like 20 times in a row, I'd hate it as well. So,
But the timeout happened, and then when they lost off the timeout, Falcons again, once it was 3-1, I was thinking this is over, and they just locked in. I think NRG, you mentioned it, Johnny. They just look like a team that had lost a grand final. They look like a team that had been to a Worlds final, and they knew what it was about, and they said we ain't losing again. And as Garrett said, they just started playing. They took it to them. They said we're gonna win this. We're gonna play to win, not play to not lose. And they just said, Falcons, what do you got?
We've seen it many times. Yeah, we've seen it many times. Like a lot of times throughout Rocket League history, the players returning to a grand final after losing one previously will win if they're up against players who've not been in a grand final before. Because grand finals are very different. Especially, Worlds grand finals are extremely different than any other series. Anything can happen throughout Rocket League history in grand finals. It's very unpredictable. So experience is the most valuable thing there compared to other stages of the event, where it doesn't really seem, some stages of the events doesn't seem like experience matters at all. It just looks like the experience might be a detriment, but in grand finals it seems like it's very, very important.
It just felt as well once when the ball hit the deck on that game 5. I don't know what you felt, Sathy, but I was like, it's it. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? They've done it. It didn't really sink in for me when the ball hit the ground. I was like, oh my God, like they've just won the World Championship. It just, I don't know. It was an insane run. NRG winning off the back of World's Finals West. Yeah, they do go quick. I was like, that's it.
Yeah,
it's already game 5.
Series.
But, ball down. Wait, that's it. Like,
they're usually bad, yeah.
Have we even had a game 6 in a while?
Yeah, last year. It was game 6 last
year.
Was
game 6? Okay.
Yeah. But it felt more one-sided because it was like BDS won games 4, 5, and 6, so it was a bit more. It probably felt more one-sided than it was, but it was 4-2.
We need a game 7. We need another game 7.
Yeah, we do need a game 7, but it never happens. Like, everybody's talking about the grand final. It's funny, as a caster, people will ask like, "Oh, who's casting the final?" And then if you're casting the final, people are like, "Oh, that's so cool." And then in my head, I'm just thinking like, "Yeah, it's gonna suck."
Yeah, you want one of the semis.
Any time that Shogun and I are on a final, we're both really pessimistic. So we're just like, "Yeah, this is gonna just be a tragic final, isn't it? This is just gonna be terrible." Like when we were casting World's Final last year in Dallas, we were like, "Oh no." Don't let us be the voices of like another NA demise. No, not again. Like it's just not gonna be a good. It's not gonna be a good experience. But then they won 5-0 in game 1, and we're like, hold on, wait a second, this is gonna be good. Actually, I think it was a good final last year. I thought this final was actually quite good as well, to be honest.
Last year just had
the series score doesn't always tell the full story. It was definitely a good series.
Mm-hmm. Again, it just felt short. Maybe we get like do we need best of 9 or something to try and get some more games out of these grand finals? I don't know.
I wouldn't mind it, honestly. Maybe.
But just for Worlds.
At the same time, maybe I don't know. Maybe we need to go the other way. Maybe best of 5.
Best of 5. Nah, I think the best of set still has potential. That's all I'm saying.
Best of set.
It has because you got to take a risk of it being bad for it to be great. I think because like
CS can
be absolutely so boring, or it can be the greatest day of all time. Like it can go either way. But it is terrible when it's bad. It is very bad.
Yeah, no, but that's why like Rocket League Season 5 was so great, is because you have that best of 7, two best of 7s in a row, the grind.
Oh yeah,
and then it all comes down to the last overtime. It's like a crazy product.
When we looking at other esports as well, like Johnny, when we went to the LCK Grand Finals, like that being a best of 5 and it going 5 games was like it's such a long day, but it was still
it's also 5 hours. Yeah, it's like cool. Like every single game, everybody gets out. Well, I mean, all the players get out. We just make another like trip to the bar and back, and we're still like full like desk, everything again, picks bans. If Rocket League doesn't have picks and bans, we can't really do that. Which maybe we need to start picking and banning cars. I'm banning the Dominus. I don't apologize. Like imagine ranked starts and you're just banning a car.
I mean,
that'd be so
people
funny.
People troll and just I don't like the pick. Everyone just ban Octane and Fennec every time. Which I mean,
all right, learn a new car then. Well, you know what? If there's a strong car, an overpowered car, you gotta learn a new car, CJ. You can't just like one trick the OP car.
True.
You gotta learn a new car.
The Venom or something.
Itachi's out of retirement. He's gonna bring back the Roadhog.
Oh man, okay. There could be something in that. There could be something in that. No, I think we need to find a best of 7 can be great if it goes 7, but then it also can feel quick at the same time, but it could feel slow if it's just a 4-0 stomp. I don't know. Maybe there's a middle ground for a Worlds final we can find. Maybe it is the sets. I don't know. That's a discussion for a later episode.
I think it's okay though. I think for now we can. I will say that I like the formats this year. Every Champ Sunday's been really cool.
What a
There's been a
playoff
lot.
I don't like
format.
There's been enough. It's not
I
too
don't like
long.
Saturday.
It's like good amount. You don't like Saturday?
It's fine for Worlds because going to top 6 on Saturday is so big, but like watching the regionals on Saturday where no one gets eliminated is so I can't get into it. It's been so boring for me every time.
No, Saturday people get eliminated. 2 teams.
No, I know, but half the day, only 2 teams get eliminated.
Oh,
Only,
you don't like the other half.
No,
You don't
I
like
kind
this
of like the other
other
half though.
bracket.
They deserve the other half. I feel like they've earned it. Yeah, like you need to do that match at some point. Otherwise,
it's
what's
just,
the
for
point?
me, it's the dead spot of the weekend. Friday's hype, Saturday's and then Sunday's hype
Right,
again. I don't know.
yeah.
I just don't like it. I'm not a fan. But it's
So you
it's
agree with
not
me
the
that we
worst.
should do single elimination, no nonsense.
Yeah,
Losers go
let's
home.
do top. Let's just do the whole thing single
No,
elimination from open quals.
The
Just
whole
do
thing from qual.
just do the top 6 matches on Saturday too, and then you have top 4 Sunday like they did before. I feel like that's easy peasy.
Right, yeah.
That would fix it for me.
Yeah, well, let's not.
They'd have to just have more content for the Sunday because you need like more to do other than 3
Yeah,
matches.
maybe
Maybe it is the best of set. Maybe the best of set needs to come back.
maybe
Well, what'd they
1v1
do
and
back then?
2v2. Be added to it. So
What?
What
Sorry,
did- what
back
did-
when?
What did they do before? Because that's what they did 2 years ago. It was just top 4 was Sunday, and it was fine.
Yeah, I think was there like a halftime show or something? Was there like some content thing?
Well, now they're gonna have at the lands. They're gonna have. It sounds like there's gonna be 2s and 1s. So they've got. Stuff
They're
they
not
can
going to
do.
do those. They're not going to do those on the Sunday though. It's too risky because I think the way they did it this year with 1v1 was perfect. Just at Worlds doing it at the end of a Saturday is ideal. I think with 2v2 and 1s and 3s, I think you got to do like one of the game modes at the end of the Friday, one of them at the end of the Saturday, and the other one at the end of the Sunday, which is obviously 3v3. Otherwise, like
yeah,
Yeah.
that could work.
too risky.
That could really
That's
work.
true.
All right,
Imagine like
just-
players if players are in both, the org's just going to pull the plug on like the other game mode and be like, nah, you're not playing because you got to focus on the big one.
You need to focus on this.
Yeah, the one where we win a lot of money, so win that one.
There could be a little bit of tinkering, but look, we'll dive into that. We've still got plenty to chat about. Just to round out Worlds though, we've got obviously the MVP was Beast Mode. He dominated the grand final, as you mentioned, Garrett. Atomic over the entire event was absolutely crazy as well. So he's
I think
probably,
Atomic this whole year has been so good for me. I think I accidentally underrated Atomic before this year. I think Beast Mode was a little quiet, and then it kind of made me realize how good Atomic is. I think he's got Dane and Beast Mode on the team, so he kind of goes under the radar sometimes.
Yeah,
But
Beast
Atomic's
Mode-
one of the most versatile,
Yeah.
versatile players in Rocket League history. Atomic, because he's been, very
The GOAT.
effective for so many years, like on different rosters, doing different roles for different teams, and stepping up when the teammates are not playing so well, taking a back seat when they are. I think he's one of the most versatile players ever.
He's one of the star players
the
that-
most versatile.
Yeah, he's one of the star players that makes everyone else around him good. Like I
Yeah.
think there's still only a few people like that.
Yeah, he's up there. I mean, he's absolutely top 5 all time. Without any, I've not really thought about this, but without having to, I can immediately say he's top 5 all
Oh,
time of most
100%.
versatile. Probably top 3. He might be
He's
even
NA
top
goat.
1. I'd have to think about that though.
NA go.
Yeah, he is the
now.
NA
He's
goat.
got
He
he's
is.
got the chip now. He's got the chip. Joins the captain. Joins some exclusive.
Do you guys want to
North
spoil
American
where you
club.
put him? Do you know where you put him all time in like the world? Obviously he's the NA goat, but where would he be worldwide? We could save that if you want.
Save it.
We're gonna do a ranking stream for that if we don't want to go into it.
Save
Save?
it.
I can save it. I mean, I think I already have a number, but
Save
You
it.
can spoil it if you want to.
oh, now I'm thinking about it though.
Nah, save it. Save the juice.
I'll
Save the
save it,
juice.
I'll
We've
save
got
it, I'll
plenty
save
of
it.
juice still for this episode.
Okay.
I just want to shout out the award winners, obviously Beast Mode, but then shout out to Sphinx for getting Playmaker, the most assists of the season on average. Absolute king. I want to
That's super
see
cool.
him continue and elevate himself. Vatira, Kalirs, I mean, there's some guys we're expecting to see win some awards. OC MVP was B-Head. Sosa for APAC, looking to move back into NA as well from what I'm seeing. Yeah, and of course TOK, Dan, Dralii, and my goodness, speaking of Dralii, do we want to hop in? Is it time to round out Worlds and get into
It's time.
the transfer window? What
is
the
time.
F is going on, ladies and gentlemen, in Rocket League? What the hell is happening? I mean, what? Falcons? We're getting top
Yep.
twos. We're getting top twos. We're winning it. Hang on a minute. We're winning FIFA E. We're winning majors. We're getting top 2 at EWC. Back-to-back top 2s off a major win as well. And then they go, you know what? Let's get rid of the guy that I thought had a lifetime contract. I thought this guy was just I thought that TRK was just, he was locked in. You think of Falcons, you think of TRK. This guy's locked in. There's no way. There's no way you make a move. Could they have really performed any better? I mean, they could have won the Worlds, obviously, but in terms of average placement, average performance, it is...
in the past 5 LAN events, like on the calendar year, because there's 5 LAN events, there's 2 majors, Worlds, FIFA E, EWC. They got first. They got first, 5th, first, third, 4th. No, they got 3rd actually. They won the 3rd place match. 3rd.
Oh yeah,
2nd.
sorry Archie,
like,
you did beat him. Sorry, that's top 4 at EWC. Yeah, 3rd.
Yeah, so what was that? Yeah, 1st, 5th, 1st, 3rd, 2nd is a pretty crazy calendar year for Rocket League in the current state of affairs, and yeah, they've said not good enough. Get rid. But actually, maybe this is controversial, but I don't mind it. I'll tell you why I don't mind it. It's because who like
I don't know.
the fact NRG have stuck in 1 is the anomaly. I think that's the anomaly. Yeah, I think that doesn't happen very often. And it's not like he's landed in a bad spot. He's in Twisted Minds now.
But they made the second best team really good as well.
Like
yeah. Very competitive.
Well, I mean, Falcons by benching TRK they've strengthened the main competition regionally, but they've weakened their main competition globally. And I know people are going to say NRG's main competition, but I think Falcons are looking at KC thinking we need to, like, if we can get that guy off of them, they're weaker, we're better, profit, right? So I think it might be a smart move.
Do you think they're thinking of that?
Because I think you've got to think about that, surely. I mean, this is what I thought of when Garrett and Justin picked up Squishy. That move got, for some reason, criticized in the Rocket League scene by some people, which I didn't really understand. But I thought it was genius, because I was like, well, you just weakened one of your main competition.
It's because it was squishy.
Like, you think it was criticized because it was squishy?
Well, I feel like, I mean, people had always, I thought the dedicated esports people had always had were not very favorable of him. Going back to season 5, when he tweeted should have been a 3-0 because they trolled one game.
Which he should have owned that, by the way. He should have tweeted that every time.
I can't believe that got hate. That's actually so crazy.
No, it should. I think that kind of thing. I mean, you bring up a good point. Is that I think that kind of thing and other things similar to that probably looked a lot more controversial than they really were, because it's almost like Squishy acted like it was more of a big deal than it was. Like did he like delete the tweet or apologize or something like that? I don't know. He should have done it every time. He should have like tweeted every single series that they won. He should have said should have been 3-0, should have been 4-0. Just like make it into like a thing. Just own it.
Yeah.
Like, no,
to be fair though, back then like anything was blown up to a big, like when Retals came around, it was like the world was on fire for 2 years straight. Like no one was used to that, I think. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead. What was what you were saying?
No, I was just saying I thought it was a great roster move back then, because you weakened the competition. And, at worst, you got a lateral move, but at best, you got an upgrade. It's, remains to be seen until you see the team play, which it's going to be. But this is a similar situation for me. I feel like Dralii for TRK, that's not a downgrade. Like, at worst, it's a lateral move. At best, it's an upgrade.
I just think it's like...
That, in combination with weakening your main EU competition, potentially main worldwide competition, is pretty solid, in my mind.
Obviously, if anything, it's either a sideways move or an upgrade. You're getting the guy that coming in.
That's the way I see it. Yeah,
was the best player. But I just think it's like your Falcons. You've got the boys. There's no apart from, I guess I can see the reason to make a move, but you've got 3 of your nation's best players. I think you just keep it. I think they're going to be together for FIFA E. They're still gaming, they're still winning their local events, they're dominating domestically.
Are they going to play FIFA E together, the same trio?
Oh, you don't reckon?
It could be new.
No, I'm just I wasn't sure. I've not heard anything about that. I thought maybe.
I just assumed that because they just played. They after the move had already been announced, they still played together in the local thing. And
I think it would be.
I think
smart.
they had to though, right? Because I think that was their roster for that split. I mean,
right,
but also.
I see.
I was thinking about this as well. Like, to me, it feels like it's not a player move. I don't know why. Like it feels like this is an org move, but I could be wrong. Maybe the Twins are like, screw it. But to me, it feels like a Falcons move. I mean, they have the best player in the world, and every time I say this, everyone says I'm wrong. But Dralii said it himself. He does know a little bit of Arabic. The best player in the world knows a little bit of Arabic. They have unlimited money. It's like the most obvious. I mean, it is, and it is like
it does feel like an org move, yeah, which is not, by the way, a bad thing at all. I think there should be more org moves in Rocket League. Sometimes the players have too much say, and they want to do a scrim tryout and make a decision off of that. I'm like, bro, you should already know who you want to team with before you scrim one time with them. I don't know why it's like so on a knife edge sometimes, instead of just being like, this is our guy, we want him. All right, signed. Yeah. Don't need to, like, you guys didn't scrim with Justin back in the day, did you? I think you've said that before.
I never scrimmed with anyone until the whole roster blew up, and that was my worst roster ever built. So
yeah, so you just know, you're just like, nah, this player's clearly really good. I want to play with them. All right, now we're playing. Let's go. Let's make it work.
I don't think
org being involved is not bad. I think it's fine if it's an org move.
Yeah. This is this is the biggest deal we've ever seen, though. I mean, this is from the rumors. It is the biggest deal in terms of money wise. But this is just seems like I don't know, for Dralii. Well, he's done it before. Hey, he won Worlds, and he said, "Hey, let's jump ship. Let's get on this KC bandwagon." After he won with BDS, and yeah, this guy he's clearly not happy with winning, because they made a roster move after winning, and he's also not happy with losing. So I think, I don't know about the longevity of this, but he has. You can't blame him. Wait,
Kamito talked about it on stream apparently. Now, I don't speak French, and I didn't have anyone who does translate what he said to me, but I saw some discussion about the stream on, I think it was Reddit or Twitter, and he talked about the transfer, and he said that they offered him a very good contract in their mind to re-sign for this year, and he went with the Falcons instead. And when they heard the deal that Falcons had offered him, they were like, "Yeah, we can't offer anything like that." So yeah, we're not going to offer anything similar to that. Sorry, but it sounded like they gave him a good offer, and that he just went with a better one, which I don't fault him for at all. Esports is extremely volatile. You have to take every opportunity you can, and if you got a better offer, take it. Yeah.
He said on a Twitter call that he's the highest paid. I mean, we must be looking in 30 plus a month.
We're assuming he's the highest. He has to be the highest paid.
Well, yeah, Dralii said it himself. So, I mean, he's assuming. Obviously, no one knows everyone's contracts. But I think knowing a fair idea about, if you're looking at in the, the 15s, sort of 20s areas, maybe for a top, for like a KC. I mean, we're looking at if Kameto's saying like they just came in, he said fair enough. It's not even like remotely in the ballpark of what KC can offer.
Wow, $35K a month.
Around 35 grand a month.
That's
Dralii could sign the 5th best NA team out of his salary probably, and the NA team would be
still be happy himself. Probably.
and he'll still be banking. Like he could just sign Team Dralii.
He could have a team Dralii.
Team Dralii.
That's hilarious.
Insane.
TRK turned down a 24K to play on Twisted. Yeah, I did hear as well. TRK apparently he took he declined better offers, monetary better offers.
I saw that too.
To play Twisted, which I believe as well, because I think he probably would want to stay in MENA. It's a bit different in that context though, because I think they've got a very they probably just like their
life
offered him that? Over there. They don't really want to leave.
Yeah, but it has to be an org in the same region, right? Like who in EU or NA is offering more than 20? I don't
for TRK. I think I'm not gonna lie. I think orgs would queue up to offer him 24K to play, based on what
in NA
salaries
and EU
throwing around. Yeah, I think so.
I think
Vitality offer TRK 24. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
_RL if you have any source on that, but I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know I've not seen any of the contracts, but it sounds like for a player like TRK, I feel like every single org, when they heard that he's available, probably sent him a message, sent him a contract.
24K a month is probably the whole wildcard roster. Yeah, for the year. Jeez, I mean that's
24K for the year.
That is
3.5K.
Wow, that's yeah, no, that's if you're getting 35 grand a month. I mean, man. If I'm getting paid,
listen,
35.
This is Bubble 2.0 right now. This is Bubble 2.0. Well, you remember when we were talking about the salary bubble? There's another one. There's always a bigger bubble. This
Someone
is it. We're in it right now. What is going on?
We are in another
what
bubble.
Is happening?
What is happening? Venture capital.
Happening? Where are we recouping this money? We're not. We're definitely not. None of these guys are
I thought we were going closer to the 10K. We're getting back down underneath, and now we've just
no.
Have 30.
No, the bubble pop was like it was exaggerated. The salaries have remained extremely high in some cases.
for the top 2 or 3 though. That's it.
Yeah, not for everybody else. All the bubble teams stopped getting paid, but the top players
just the bubble didn't pop. There's just no payment. There's just no work. There's just zero.
There was nothing. Now look, I want to say Dralii
all 16 out of the 12 orgs who are not actually getting their teams to land. So like, what are we paying these guys for? What are we doing?
Just go play.
Stop paying it. These guys never qualified for lands. Why are we paying them?
Not even on stream. We don't need jerseys. We're not giving you anything. You can forget about it. Look, I want to say, Dralii, like, I'd say deserved, but I still think like 35. I don't know if like 35. That just seems ridiculous. But this guy has
my son.
This guy has absolutely won like geographical language, absolute lottery with his current situation.
Rocket League language buff passport availability. Like
this
insane.
Guy
he has a Canadian passport. He speaks Arabic, speaks English, he speaks French. The version of Arabic he speaks is not the same as Saudi Arabic. It's different. But I've heard those guys, like I've seen the twins and Dralii like years ago speaking Arabic in the hotel lobby at some event somewhere. I can't even remember which one. And I didn't understand any of it. They seem to be just having an Arabic conversation. So they could probably communicate better than Zen and Stizzy can. If you guys saw Zen and Stizzy's 2 stream, those guys don't have a clue what they're saying, like talking to each other about it.
Yeah, this is. Let me pop up this little page we got.
Also, the twins and Dralii are all fluent in English, completely fluent. Like whenever the twins have an interview translator, it's not because they need one. It's just because they want to speak Arabic. They can speak English just fine. So can Dralii. They're all fluent in English.
It's just the biggest move we've ever seen in. And look, you could say I think it's good for the esport in that it's crazy that this is like we're going. Yeah, are we in a bubble again? But it's also I feel like orgs are going. Holy shit, what's happening here? Well, I mean, what kind of money are we putting out? We're
optimistic again. We're optimistic.
We're getting that money
as
back.
As soon as we get rid of Rizzo, we're optimistic again. Like as soon as we get rid of Rizzo,
we're going up. We're going up.
We're so back.
We are so back in business. Speaking of so back. Another move, obviously, is Stizzy, as you said. Stizzy Zan been playing some 2s on stream together. Stizzy has, is it confirmed? It's got like a little R here. This is
No, it's not confirmed. Okay, it's a rumor, but they're all tweeting
the little bee,
Zen,
the bee gift.
Yeah, they're tweeting bees, and also
Stizzy's
Zen
already
keeps
on the Vitality team in game.
Okay,
he's already in the Vitality group.
But players troll with that one all the time. Players do troll with that all the time, so that I don't believe. But like, they're also like they're playing ranked 2s. In comms, both streaming, and then Zen will just ask Stizzy like, "You stay next year for you play for Dignitas?" And Stizzy's like, yeah. I play next year. I play for Dignitas again. Yes. They're just like they're both talking about this. I'm like, oh wow, interesting topic there, Zen. Funny that you'd bring that one up. Okay.
As he's got the Vitality Club in game, he's tweeting bees everywhere.
Zen uploaded a video of that, by the way. It's really funny. If you go to Zen's YouTube channel, he's got a comms video 2v2. It's absolutely hilarious. So hopefully we'll see more of that content. It's great.
So Monkey Moon out, Stizzy in, and Cassio as well is out of the game. He's announced he's
retired.
Yeah. Announced his retirement pretty soon after Worlds. So Cassio not coaching, and Eversax will be rumored. Well, I'm saying this is nearly confirmed at this point. Stizzy's got to be pretty much locked in outside of an announcement. Maybe they're trying to prep an announcement. He's got to fly to France and get things locked in. But Zen
cool
exotic Stizzy.
To be fair,
what do you reckon?
I like it actually. I like it. I think Zen's issue in the past 2 years is that there's not enough mechanical fear from the opponents aren't scared enough of his teammates basically. So when his teammates are on the ball, they're like, it's probably fine.
It's the Zen.
Let him have it.
The Zen exotic.
They can just save all their boosts to challenge Zen.
You can't seem to break these two up, but I still feel like it's Stizzy's an upgrade mechanically on Monkey Moon. Obviously, you lose kind of the land buff, but I don't know if the land buff exists anymore after they lost. But I still think Exotic needs to step up his game. I need to see BDS Exotic.
Zen said so again, I've been watching Zen's YouTube channel. He uploaded a video where he's answering chat questions. There's subtitles for people like me who only speak English. And yeah, he said that Exotics had like tendonitis or wrist issues or something, so he couldn't play the game as much as he wanted to. But he actually, I thought Exotic was fine. Like, see, the thing is, like, Monkeyman and Exotic were both fine by the end of the year, but you can't both just be fine and win a LAN now as a team in Rocket League. You can have one player who's just like solid, but now I feel like you need two who are popping off. You need two players who are like really scary on the ball. You can't just have one. When Zen was first in the league, he had yeah, Alpha was kind of at that level, and then he didn't maintain that. So Alpha and Zen were kind of the 1-2 punch. They might just at any minute do something crazy, and Radosin's just being Radosin. Then when the next season they tried to run it back, it didn't work. Alpha couldn't maintain that level. Yeah. And now same thing with Monkeyman Exotic. Like, they're both just solid, but neither of them are popping off. Doesn't work anymore.
What'd you say my name for?
Oh, I was talking about did you say tendonitis, wrist issues? Didn't you used to have like wrist issues?
Yeah, no, I had it really bad for a while, but yeah, I agree. I think like I still rate both Monkeyman and Exotic, but I think they need to be split up for sure. Because I could have seen if he stayed with Monkeyman or Exotic with Stizzy working better than it did this year. Because I think you're right. I think it just wasn't enough. It's like Zen had to facilitate almost everything.
Yeah, they just did nothing on the ball.
Ridiculous. He did so much of that team. It was absurd. I couldn't believe it. I'm watching at the time. I'm like, how is this guy still able to consistently outperform everyone in the tournament every single time, at least visually?
But then he tries to do too much. You're like, he swings it too far the other way, and then you're like, well, you can't 1v3 the best teams in the world. Unless it's
sometimes anyone will feel like they have to. Like, I'm sure everybody can relate to when you're just playing Rocket League and your mates are not playing very well.
You're feeling like they're not. Yeah.
Simple. Yeah, you just feel pressure. You're like, I better do something. When it's not really the way you want to play, with a team at least.
I like it though.
Yeah, and it was almost FK. It was the rumored FK. That I almost wanted to see that.
That was crazy.
That would have been bad for NA. That's like Dralii leaving EU. It would just make the whole region a little bit weaker.
If FK left NA, it would be like,
it would have been worse. It would have been worse.
There's way less NA talent than EU. Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah.
That's
But I rate Stizzy though. I feel like I've seen a lot of
me too.
people underrating it. Like Stizzy is one of the best EU players this year easily. I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think people.
The reason they're bringing the French. I've seen a lot of. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people saying that all the EU moves look terrible and the EU is going to be bad.
I feel like the KC one. We can move. The KC one's kind of the one that people are like, oh, geez, you lost your best player in the world, and Juicy being rumored to join.
Yeah, that one's getting more.
I feel like it's okay though, because I mean, you got Vatira and Atto on the team. Like, you don't need. It's not like that's a team that absolutely needs like another. They did have 3 like terrifying players on the team, which not a bad thing. But I don't know. I feel like you can have another player. There's only one ball. You can't all have the ball. You can't all be flip reset at the same time. I mean, maybe you can, but not advisable. So yeah, Juicy is still really, really good. Underrated maybe right now because the team weren't performing very well. But they just didn't have the right combination until too late in the season. Then they only got one shot at it in last chance qual. Couldn't make it work against a very, very strong NIP team. And yeah, we'll see. I trust them. I mean, if Atira and Atto want to go for him, let's see it. I'm gonna withhold judgment until I see them on the pitch.
I think they come out and said that.
I still think he looked good.
The like first.
Yeah,
preference,
I think he looked good as well.
Didn't they say that? Like,
I feel like he's good. Yeah, I think it was their first choice. I think if they want him as their first choice, yeah, if that's their guy, and I know Juicy's still playing the game a lot. I know he's still very, very high rated, very good. I don't have a problem with it. I think that's fine. You don't always have to sign the top player from last year. You can sign someone who's like a bit lower down and bring them up.
Yeah, this is like the viewer perspective versus I feel like the player perspective, because everyone like I'm not saying this as a negative to Eugen. Eugen's absolutely mechanically crazy.
Insane.
But when they were playing good second split, I thought Juicy was the best player. But Eugen had the pop, like Eugen had the random sidewall skimmer that goes in. But I thought Juicy was like,
and Eugen is a Shotcast Patreon, so
was actually going really good. No, yeah,
apparently.
Sorry.
You guys told me Eugen's a patron, right, as well? So, Garrett, let's tone down the Eugen slander.
Yeah, relax.
Whoa, don't call this slander. Don't call this.
It kind of sounds like slander.
I think Eugen is like one of the future of the region, but I think it's a little bit of a risk for K Corp to go in on right now.
Well, I love him.
In my opinion. Hey. I give my honest opinion once. These guys shit on me for being a fence
He looks
sitter.
up to you, Captain, and then he just said
I love him too.
He's shit, and he should never be looked at for KC. I mean, this is a. Can't believe it.
See, this is why you just sit on the fence, fellas. You just don't bother anyone. You just sit on the fence. That's all you got to do in life.
I'm
just
with you. Eugene's trash, and I like the move for Juicy.
do not say that. Do not say I'm with you.
Captain. I'm with you. I'm backing up anything you're saying there.
I'll never leave the fence again.
Did GenG announce a roster, or wait? What's happening with Eugene right now? Where is he got anywhere?
He is playing
confirmed?
With Mitzer and Rado is the right.
Yeah, over here.
Mitzer and Rado. Is it got an org attached, or is that just a rumored team? No org yet.
LF4.
No, I don't think there's an org.
Not org affiliated currently. Okay.
No, but
that's actually cool. I think Mitzer's got more to give as well. I think he's on the come up still. I think Eugene and Mitzer are both still on the come up. Redoson's he's hanging around.
He'll get
he's
you
still
there,
doing his
Rado.
thing.
LCQ performance, my goodness.
Yeah, he will.
That's
creative. Ground pinch to the backboard because he saw Zen ground pinching, so he's like, I could do that as well. Watch this. Ground pinch to the backboard at Worlds. Insane. I think they told me, do you guys remember the play I'm talking about where Rado just hit a random ground pinch out of nowhere and it resulted in a goal?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he said he stuffed
it.
Yeah.
No, that was at Worlds, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I swear it was at Worlds.
It was at Worlds.
Yeah, it was against Vitality, wasn't it? Or am I making that up? Maybe I'm
thinking all those slots he hit in LCQ.
Yeah, it wasn't
Vitality. Yeah, last night squad he hit slots. But they told me, I talked to the team about this, and I'm pretty sure they told me that when Rado was up to go for that ground pitch, he just says,
I asked him in a...
I don't know. He just goes, I don't know what I'm doing. Boom. It's a ground pitch.
He said to me, he's like, I fucked it. And then he just pinches
he just said like, yeah. He's just like, oh, okay, whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. Ground pinch, goal. Just insane. Oski scored the rebound, yeah. Vitality gave 4. Thank you,
Oski was popping off as well. That was it was fun to watch. So yeah, Redos and Eugene. We'll have to get off Eugene, or Garrett's just gonna keep putting him in the bin. So we'll move on. I feel like
don't let CJ infiltrate your mind, Eugene.
I'd love to know how.
I'm a big fan.
I'd love to know how close Firstkiller got as well. I'm sure that'll come out in the wash.
Yeah,
at some
that's
point.
so
I'll
interesting.
Get Firstkiller on to see how close he got to Vitality. Yeah, Stizzy with the Eugene roster. We mentioned KC. The GK lineup is looking like Jack. He had a little Paris holiday as well. So I don't know if he didn't get his foot in the door on some things, but he has finally found a team. There was some question marks on where Jack was going to land. Is he going to go to MENA? Is he going to go to Twisted?
Twisted Minds wanted him apparently. That was their first choice. They were saying. Sorry, didn't I see there was a Q&A about that, or someone was streaming talking about it? They wanted him, but he said nah. I'm off to GK, and they went for Monkey Moon.
That's a risky move, I think, to take. To me, I feel like
to
you leave EU again.
It's hard to get back in.
And then you're like, I think Monkey Moon ended up in a great situation, but I also don't envy his situation because he's the odd man out, no matter what.
Yeah,
that's like a high pressure.
Yeah, he is the odd one out. Yeah, you're next out the door if the team's going badly for sure. Anyone in the world is probably out the door if the team doesn't do well. But he wasn't Monkey Moon in salary jail, or was that was being talked about? He might have been in salary jail.
He was going to sit on the bench.
But they gave a good deal. Apparently, Vitality didn't really make it too difficult, so W to them for allowing that to happen without too many issues. I'm sure they got paid, but yeah, salary jail would have been pretty sad for Monkey Moon.
It got extra. You can get a lot of people when you get moved to the bench.
Did you see the did you guys see the Twisted Minds TRK announcement?
Yeah.
Video?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was him in the car.
It's so good. It's just like a really high production quality reveal of TRK as the new third with the bat signal 511, which is insane. And then they're just chilling in the car, and TRK is just he might be the funniest player I don't understand without subtitles. Because I swear, anytime I'm just looking at him in a video and reading what he's saying, I'm like, this guy is he's a comedian. Is he this funny in Arabic? I've heard he is, but any Arabic speakers in the chat, he seems like he's just hilarious.
The 511.
Yeah, the 511. Yeah, that's funny.
That was great announcement.
This guy asked what salary jail is. It's basically how I would explain it. It's like you're on an org with salary, and your choices are to leave and not get paid potentially because you might not find another org, or you can stay on the bench and get paid, and it's very hard to say no.
Also, there's a buyout. So in order for an org to sign you, they have to pay a buyout clause, which usually reduces the budget that they have available to pay you. So the offer that they're giving you is worse than it would have been if you weren't signed under a buyout clause. So it's almost like, well, what do I do? Do I just sit here, do nothing, and get paid more, or do I accept the lower salary because an org's having to buy me out and thus reduce their budget that's available for me to have? Usually, when a player's bought out like that, they have to take a pay cut.
Usually, as well, the buyout is always set at some stupid number, and then it's negotiated down. So it's like you can't just get like automatically bought out. You know, a lot of those contracts are like the buyout is a crazy figure, or it's just like the amount of the total contract. So it's unrealistic, and then you have to there's a lot of negotiation and stuff that happens. So you get stuck a little bit, but unfortunately,
it's probably the part of a contract the players still really care about when they sign the contract to join a team. They're like, buyout clause, whatever, skim. Yeah, I don't care about that. I'm sure they get lawyers and stuff,
$35,000 a month.
Agents who care about that. They're like, yeah, I'm not thinking about that. I'll just take the salary. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he's made his way over though, which is the other. It's just insane. You're looking at this lineup right here. Dralii,
TRK now pose ridiculous.
This is the
511 in TRK's name. I think is his area code or whatever the equivalent of that is in Saudi Arabia. I think that's like where he's from.
He's doxing himself.
Clan code or something. It'd be kind of like you putting CJ Taz or whatever in your name, just like your the region you're from. Maybe a bit more specific. It's his tribe name. Okay, there you go. Tribe name.
There you go.
Tribe number.
What are your thoughts on this then, Captain Monkey Moon, Twisted Minds?
I think it's weird, but I could see it working as well. But
really?
I think people saying, what's the worst part? That it's weird or that it could work?
No, I was surprised that you. I want to know why you think it's gonna work. I thought you were gonna say it doesn't work. I don't know why, but I just thought that's where you're gonna go.
Because I mean, I don't see it being awful. I mean,
okay.
I'm not gonna lie, it's so dumb, but I saw Nupo and Monkey Moon playing twos together, and it didn't look bad as well.
Okay.
But Monkey Moon does play a completely different way, I feel like, but I don't think he isn't able to play that fast, or I mean, he's not gonna be flying at the ball like Nupo, but I don't see them. I still think he's an upgrade over their other options in MENA right now, especially when it comes to going to LAN. Probably. Like I don't think it'll go awful. I don't
what
think
about like comms?
Monkey Moon is bad. I think it's fine. I think Rocket League will be. It's Rocket League. I think the calming part isn't the hard part. It's the talking about changes. That's
talking about real stuff. Yeah,
I think. But I mean, I think people saying that they'll be better than Falcons are really wrong. I don't see that.
That's a tough one to predict. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's hard to make that bet. That's a bit much.
They could beat them.
That's extreme.
A few times in a couple of regionals, but I mean, I don't know. It is weird though. Like I definitely need to see it because it is just we're in such a weird timeline. Like Dralii going there isn't as crazy. I mean, it is surprising because he's like #1 team EU, but Monkey Moon playing with Nupo and TRK is definitely something. If you would have said that 3 years ago, I'd have been like, I mean, what? And this is like an AI made storyline. Like it's just random.
Actually, you don't even have to go back that far. I think Monkey Moon didn't he do a Twitter AMA like a few months ago, and somebody asked him, "Would you move to MENA or would you move to another region?" And his reply was like, "Absolutely not," or "Never, not happening." So it was just like some absolute no answer, like in an AMA like a few months ago, and now he's just there. he's just the team. So 2 months ago. Oh my days! It's just crazy how quickly things can change. Yeah, he said never.
Well, it's gonna be
RT typed the Monkey Moon Nupo 2s. That's funny. I'm gonna say I don't know. Like when I saw them play together, it was like I don't know. It's like when I see it on paper and I haven't seen them play, it's just weird. It's just so
it just looks weird. I mean, the Dralii one kind of looks, just looking at this on Wikipedia right now, it kind of looks nice. It kind of makes sense.
Scary, yeah.
It looks scary. Kill his raw ass Dralii, but then Monkey Moon's like, what the hell is a polar bear doing in here? Like it's. But look, it's gonna make the grand final exciting. I'm gonna be tuning into that one best of 7 in MENA every couple of weeks to see. I'd love to see the viewership as well because I feel like everyone's eyeballs are gonna be on that grand final.
Yeah, that's gonna get some interest. I mean, MENA grand final. If any other team can somehow beat one of those two teams, that's insane. Because we all saw Team Rock are pretty good. They destroyed GenG, who are a solid team from NA. Rock mopped them, and now they're just gonna get farmed and finish 3rd or worse in MENA every event, and people are gonna underestimate them, thinking that MENA's a 2-team region, but well, not really. There's probably another few teams in MENA who could do fine internationally. They could make top 16s, but yeah, it's a different level. I don't see anybody snapping that top 2.
Monkey Moon not air rolling while now upon TRK doing full field quad resets. It's going to be good to watch. Look, he might just stabilize him. He might just stabilize him a little bit. He's got that midfield game. He's going to be roaming around. But yeah, MENA's going to be exciting to watch. Rounding out Europe, we got a few other kind of rumored moves. Jorius, Oli, and CRR coming back across. Could be.
Oh my days! There's so many like just solid teams.
And then we got
crazy.
the Rusties with Astral and the Mozza, the Big Cheese and the Rusties. Are you kidding me right now? That's going to be a team. Going to be looking forward to watching. Love to see Astral get back into form, so we'll see if that happens. Obviously, tempo.
Astral's playing. He's playing FIFA E again as well. With they've announced a bunch of FIFA
Belgian
E
boys.
rosters. The Belgian boys have
We'll
replaced
have to save that
Compact
for
with
next
Reese
week.
Fox.
I like that.
We do have to do a FIFA E deep dive, but yeah, a lot
Okay.
of rosters again announced, which is cool.
And then Gentlemates, because we touched on the Jack Seikoo. I think there's a watch on Seikoo, I think, for next season. Joyo was looking really good. Jack's still in great form himself as well. So I'd like to see Seikoo kind of reach his heights. He kind of dropped off a little bit with Gentlemates. But speaking of Gentlemates, Oski Archie Nass. Archie's made the move over. He is the new Redosin. What are our thoughts on Gentlemates?
I'm interested. I'm intrigued. They've got me interested. I'm thinking this. I like all these teams, honestly. I want to see them all play. So I guess that bodes well.
They all look great,
like
don't
sometimes you see a team and you're just like, oh my days, what have they done there? I don't want to know what bro is cooking. But these teams, I want to see them all play. I think it could be, it's going to be tough to be number 1 or 2, but I think any of these teams could sneak into 3, 4, make lines.
You could have like 4 or 5 regional winners.
Like Oli Jorius as well. CRR looks fantastic. Like Oli's been in fantastic form. I want to see CRR back home. He didn't really the complexity team the Champ Sunday fever. Actually, this is concerning. Now thinking about it. We got CRR who they couldn't show up on Champ Sunday, and then we had the Swiss Jorius. They say there's some red flags going on this team, but I think that is the most exciting team. That's
the team they're cheesing early game every game. They're just going all in. Cheesing early stage of the tournament.
Eugene Redosin. Yeah, this is all the teams look appetizing, don't they? They're like, okay, I can see.
Well, there's just like a lot of teams. See, if you saw, if you're an EU Rocket League fan and you saw any of those like 7 or 8 teams in the list of teams who are going to the major, you'd be like, okay. Like if you stopped watching now, you tune back in for the next major, you see who's in it, you'd be like, great, that looks good. Yeah, it could be like any of the 7 or 8 teams. They all look solid.
These are all rumored as well. If they have an R next to them, this is a lovely page made by Methalian, who linked me in chat. So these are all kind of rumored moves. So if you're tuning in, if you're watching and something else has been announced, that's why it's not fully locked in. The other one as well I want to touch on, Raziers, obviously made his OCE. Well, didn't conquer OCE, the only unconquerable region, and now he's back in Europe with Tox and Atomic. So that's a one to watch. I saw was it a Jack video? I think he was playing, and Raziers was absolutely popping off against Zen.
Raziers has been, he's been playing well in 2s.
Yeah,
which Garrett mentioned it earlier. I also think that who's playing well in 2s is a good indicator of who's going to play well in RLCS. But it's not always the case. But it seems to be a better comparison or there seems to be more correlation between 2's performance and LAN performance than scrims. Whenever I hear a team's doing well in scrims, I wish I didn't know because it never translates.
For me, it's just who's playing the game. Like who.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is for me. It's just like who's playing.
I like that.
Yeah. So this is a bit of a watch on a few of those teams, Cap.
What is this Liquipedia page you're on?
Oh, I was saying it's made by a user, so it's
okay.
Just to look at the roster.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
And stuff. So it's got the R.
I was like, is this an event? That's what it looks like. It looks like an event.
And then we've got, well, goodness me, some exciting moves. One, actually, we'll touch on GenG in a moment, but obviously the one that everyone had their what do we say? Their ear balls down, the eye drums on the ground for was Firstkiller rumored to join Shopify, and then the announcement Firstkiller, LJ, Kofyr, and Violent Panda. So it's a clean out at Shopify Rebellion. I mean, is my job in? I might have to just check. I might be getting cleaned out as well at this point. They've just decided to kick everyone out, and I think when in doubt, Garrett, you just pick up Firstkiller if you want to make lands. I think that's
Yeah, I mean, they shouldn't miss. Yeah, I mean, they won't miss a LAN.
Don't
You guys, you won't miss a LAN. Good
You
work.
won't miss a LAN, CJ.
Yeah, I mean,
You won't
it's
miss a
funny.
LAN.
It sounds like 2 seasons in a row, Firstkiller's going to pick up 2 new teammates, and then it's basically just keeps making a roster move. Like it sounded like he wasn't going to be with Chronic or Jack, and then it's Chronic LJ, and then it sounded like it might be First and 2 new people, and then it's LJ and Kofyr. So he's like made 2 roster moves over the last couple years, but yeah, I mean, I think I still obviously have NRG number 1, not non-biased, but
that makes sense.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. Like they're picking up someone who's, I mean, the most.
Do you think how do you think NRG's motivation will be, Garrett, with the Worlds win in the bag? They lost Worlds last year, didn't really play the game. Like Beast Mode was a Rust main. Now they won Worlds. Do you think he's gonna be even more of a Rust main or a different game, or is he gonna play Rocket League?
We got home from Worlds, and me, I booted up the 2s. I ran into all 3 NRG members within a week, and I was like, "Whoa!"
In a 2s game, hey, they're cheating. You know, like 3 players in the 2s team.
I was like, "This is weird." No, I think they'll be motivated because I feel like when you win, you really just want to do it again because it's like such a quick moment. It's not. I don't think they'll be like satisfied. I think they'll want to.
I mean, it was really quick for them because they just left the arena. They left Saikoo to walk around with this trophy by himself. They were like, "Yep, okay, won the event. See ya." And they just went and ate pizza in the hotel lobby.
Where the hell did
Saikoo's running about the arena by himself with the trophy. W Saikoo. But yeah, they just dipped. Saikoo's in the chat. I don't know if you can give us any insight of that. Do they have an obligation or something?
They were just gone. They lifted that trophy and then
they
it's just Saikoo looking around going, "Oh, it's just me."
It was so good. It was honestly so good.
Saikoo looked surprised. He was like, "Wait,
what? Out there.
Where's the boy?"
He was just looking like, where'd they go? What happened? Exactly. Don't worry. Saikoo went around. He talked to everyone in the venue, every single fan. Showed everybody the trophy, just like passed it around.
Got shut down the camera. Yeah. Do another lap. You had to do another lap. We need to see the trophy. We need a little desk interview.
You're gonna leave with him? Why did the cameraman let them
Saikoo,
leave?
you need to get a raise because if you left as well, it was. I mean, everyone in the arena was still there, and you guys were all gone. But. Yeah, not sure what was going on there.
The crowd didn't leave until they were told to leave. They were insane. They were like all singing the French national anthem, singing other songs. They were like giving Rocket Baguette some love, and the French crowd having French casting in the venue aged so well. That was amazing because like they got French casting in the venue, and maybe I love our English desk. It might be time to just give Rocket Baguette the in-house desk as well, because the crowd were just like interacting with the Rocket Baguette desk while the English desk audio is playing to them, and they're not listening to a word. I don't even know if half of them understand. So I think we just give them the full French broadcast in-house. They were loving it.
Yeah, shout out to you, Saikoo, for that. Shout out to I think the boys. I think they'll be all right. I think they'll be okay. They could have a little bit of a hangover, a little bit of grand final hangover, but. Maybe just for the first split. We'll see. We'll see if Saikoo can keep them locked in. But with Shopify, I want to ask you, Garrett, do you think that this is the best team that Firstkiller could have made? Or do you think that...
An NA?
What's the could have is like vague. What does could have mean?
Well, do you think that LJ and Kofyr are the next best options for obviously FK, LJ, that duo. But, I have been putting LJ on fraud watch. For a little bit, I need to see.
So I mean, available possibly. Is it the best? Like
out of the remaining outside of NRG.
No. If he had a vitality offer and he's like,
I mean for NA,
then no.
I think in NA, yes.
Okay, for NA, right? Yeah.
I think in NA, yes.
Possibly.
I think people are gonna. I think LJ stocks are low not from player perspective. Like I think his stocks are low from like a public perception, but I think. Everyone rates him in NA still like top. I don't know, but as the best options.
I mean, it's also like who else is there? Scribbles is retired.
Reveal is kind of.
People were saying Reveal. Reveal is like a good shout. I just think that. I think LJ is more stable. Like LJ is more of a go and win a LAN right now type. Like LJ split one still looked. I thought at that LAN he looked great. I mean, but yeah, I mean he was a little quiet. But I think with Kofyr now, they'll be even more aggressive, and I think that'll be better for LJ as well. Because I still rate Chronic. I think Chronic's highs are so good, but he's more. He wasn't more like he wasn't like an aggressor on the team. I guess I don't know. Kofyr's just so aggressive. Like he's just gonna make so much space for them, and he can do everything. So I think I don't know if LJ plays bad with this team.
Firstkiller, LJ, they'll have to defend more, right? So do you think they can defend more? Because Kofyr's not coming back. He's going for demos. He's spawn demoing, so he's not.
I think he'll come back.
Are they going to be good? I don't think he's coming back.
I think he'll come. I think that was a space station thing.
I've seen some of the game, but I don't think he's coming back.
I
don't think he's coming back at all.
I don't think he should come back. I think he should keep going. I think Firstkiller does his best work as third man, but he's been doing something else for a couple of years because Chronic's on the team, and Chronic's a really good third man as well. But I mean, a lot of the best players in the world just play third. Like Daniel for NRG, Ruas for Falcons, Batira for KC. Like a lot of the best players just play third. Zen a lot of the time is just playing third, for some of his best tournaments.
Is it because the best players don't trust their teammates to be last, so they just sit back?
Well, it's because as third man, I feel like this doesn't really apply for all of you guys listening, unfortunately. Because if you're just playing third man in solo Q3s, you're not going to really do much. Your teammates are just going to cut you off. But at third man and pro level, especially the highest level, has the most free time on the ball, like the most uncontested balls to go for. Whereas first, if you're first, pretty much every ball you go for is contested, or second, similar. But third, most of the balls they'll have is just free. That's where you want your mechanical player. You could just go past two people easy every single time.
What I do like about this Rebellion team is Violent Panda coach. Now, I think you get a reset. You don't. None of these guys have been coached by Panda before. I think I like what we saw from him. He's been a coach for a while now. He's got the world champ in the belt, a couple of worlds, and I like what he was doing on Dig. So I like this coming over, bringing a bit of that EU polish to this team, and it's fresh, keeping the boys on their toes. So I think this will keep them locked in. They won't be getting too off track. Won't be too much rust being played, hopefully. So yeah, really like the look of this team. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah, they'll be good. They'll be good. I don't think you can be too aggressive at this point. I don't think it's really a thing. I mean, you can but I don't think a team with Firstkiller LJ will be. I think any extra aggression with these two is good. I think it'll just help them.
Mm-hmm.
So NRG sticking together, Space Station Gaming, the other team that's like, whoa, what is going on here? We got Reveal, Chronic, and Diaz. Our boy Diaz. Coming to Space Station with potential for this team is crazy, I'd say.
I think so too. I think this is interesting because the Diaz 3v3 story has had a bunch of, I guess, road bumps with different failed teams and different it was mainly Complexity and Sam, and then Complexity and NA just didn't work. So I'm excited to see him with some other team, just some new players, just brand new players, to see what's happening.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think with how NA is not looking that deep right now, so I think they should be. They should be in. They should be a shoe in. Yeah.
But it is a weird team for me. It is a it is a little bit of a rant. Even just, I mean, Chronic and Reveal teaming up isn't weird, but it's just random to me a little bit. But it is. I mean, they should be top 4, no problem. I think. But I have them 4.
Who else ahead of them?
GenG.
I think I've still got GenG 3rd.
With this big rumor, what is this polar bear doing in this rumor mill over here? GenG with Rise being rumored. Magic Bear, Justin, and Rise replacing Cheese.
Crazy.
I mean, the longer this goes on, the more I'm thinking. There's a lot of EU teams being announced, and I ain't seen Rise's name popping up anywhere. I'm not seeing Rise's name popping up in MENA either. Do we see Rise to North America?
Well, if he dips this time, then I don't know where he's going. So it's feeling likely. It's feeling likely. Hopefully, no V1. Flashbacks.
Yeah, the reverse domino effect where Rise trolls the whole region of NA, then just goes to BDS instead.
Oh, has he been seen? Has he been spotted in the scrims? Has he? I've been having a look on the Reddit. Has he been spotted in the scrims? Is he over in North America right now? Well, this is Yeah, this definitely puts them right in contention, I'd say. Look, Rise is I'm getting a tough read on Rise at the moment. Because Twisted kind of dropped off a little bit. Obviously, they had disappointing performance at Worlds. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on Rise as a player?
You want me to go or you?
You go ahead.
I think I think in NA he'll still be top player. I think NA is not deep at all. I mean, I do think he was pretty quiet. Like I wasn't necessarily impressed, but he was just quiet. I guess he wasn't playing bad, but he wasn't. He didn't seem very like super impactful. I think in NA he'll still be top player easily for me.
It's
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there's no language barrier. Makes sense. He blew up V1. He blew up Optic Gaming. He blew up all of North America that couple of years ago. So was it a couple of years ago or last year? A couple of years ago.
It was a couple of years ago. He joined Oxygen instead. I think I said BDS earlier. But yeah, he went back to join Oxygen.
Yeah.
Oh,
and BDS.
And the player he's replacing, like someone said in chat, is Cheese. I feel like Cheese is just like a solid. Like he's just like someone you would expect solid from.
He's like a Manchego Cheese. He's not like a Brie or a Camembert.
They're getting another solid, arguably more solid,
but with more experience,
known as a LAN player. You know, so hopefully maybe it could get him over the top 12 hurdle. Yeah, because I feel like with Rise, there's more upset potential there for me. I think just because of experience, LAN experience, and he seems to thrive in those situations a lot. But I still think he's a top player skill wise in NA too.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard for them to adjust that because it's very similar to the Retals, you know, the original team there as well with Magic Bear. So yeah, I think that they have a leader and they have the experience. So they're gonna be a tough team to beat. They're gonna be, you know, if that is locked in. Another huge team here with Little Step Bros. Why is this on the page? Kept going. I mean, they could create some upsets as well. Sosa coming back out of APAC is the big one. We mentioned Cheese. So Sosa, Cheese, and Frosty. This feels like kind of the...
This feels like a two-thirds rule.
This feels like a two-thirds, but also like the leftovers team, I guess, out of the top, you know, for obviously...
No, I just meant like he got booted off of APAC because of the two-thirds rule. Like the new two-thirds rule meant that team could no longer play together. So okay. Cal isn't popping off as much as he did. All right, see you later, Sosa. You're not on the team. And then he's thinking, well... I don't think I can make a team in the APAC that's going to rival the Sphinx Catalysm +1, so probably just going to go back to NA. It seems like a good idea. Yeah,
they look like I don't know what you think, Cap, but I'm putting them kind of in that bubble, like kind of upset to the top team, kind of 6-7 sort of spot.
Yeah, I know you did that on purpose because we're all old, but yeah, I'd put them top 8. For sure. I don't know. It's kind of hard. I still think Frosty has insane upside. He just needs to change a little bit of how he plays. For like, if I were coaching him, I think he needs to change a bit. But his mechanical upside is still insane. So I don't know where to place him though. It's hard when a player leaves the region and comes back because like Sosa looked good at lands but sometimes you just need to make the land and you can play solid. Like, is he gonna be close to land contention in NA? I don't know. It's hard for me to tell. But they'll be top 8 because I don't even know who else in NA there is. To be honest, like what are the other teams? Like we don't even know. I have no idea.
Yeah, we got to.
How long do you guys think until? Do you guys think Scribbles comes out of retirement for Split 2 or next season?
Easy,
or pre this season? Like when do you think?
What's he doing?
When do you think he's gonna be back?
I saw him say in Kev's chat that he might play Split 2.
There you go.
Yeah, I knew it. I didn't even have to like look into any backstory on that one. I just knew it. Like retire at 16, back at 17. It seems like an easy prediction there.
And then I was about to say, Kev did also say that he was I don't know if he was joking or being serious that they might play with Scribbles, but I can never tell if he's joking or not. But that would be really troll, but funny. Oh, he was serious.
Okay, I mean, if he's retired, he's probably just bored of maybe he's just bored of the scrims and stuff. Maybe he's just bored of being a professional player.
That was serious.
If he's playing for fun, then he'll feel like he doesn't need to play ranked all day.
SSG won't let him play. Is he still contracted to SSG?
Oh, I guess so.
Probably.
I mean, to be fair, if SSG, like, man, if he's still contracted to SSG and they don't let him play, and that goes public, the community will hate that, and they'll hate SSG for that. But that's like such an obvious business decision. Like, why would you let him go for free to play when you could just like hold on to him and then get a buyout when he inevitably returns to the scene and gets a bunch of good offers from other teams and boom, you get paid. I don't blame SSG for like, waiting around for that because I think he probably will come back. You can absolutely do. What stage of school is he at? Is he like the third last year of high school or something?
He's in high school, yeah.
High school. Yeah,
Yeah,
high
he
school
could.
plus Pro Rocket League is very easy to do.
It's
Both.
dope. I think for him, he feels like if he's gonna be pro, he's got to because he played a lot. I mean, he played thousands of twos games this season. I feel like for him, he feels like he needs to be playing all day. Because
Which
you
you
can absolutely
don't.
manage it. But
Yeah.
No, you don't.
You don't need to be playing all day. Yeah, you can definitely do everything.
Yeah,
you
you
can do
saw
school,
Sachi. He's killing it. He's killing it. He's just playing a couple of twos, keep fresh, 20 hours past 2, and then get top 4. And yeah, I don't know about that retirement, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what Scribbles does. The other one, two-piece and talk with a TBD. I think that was Retals until obviously Retals was the big one announcing his retirement as well. Apparently they played a couple of scrims and then he said, I've had enough. There was probably, maybe he was thinking about going again, but seems like from Retals' retirement thing, I can find his tweet. He was pretty ready to call it. So he's been an absolute pillar of North America captain. He has been there for the long haul.
He was Captain America for what, one or two events?
Yep,
they tweeted the graphic. He stole your aura, and then he retired.
My aura.
Yeah, he stole your aura.
I mean, yeah. I get who is it now? I mean, I said it was beast mode before. Low key, you could say. I mean, you could give it to the NA GOAT. Say Atomic at this point.
Atomic.
That man has been leading America for.
He's probably the most
4
deserving,
years.
but I feel like surely there's enough superheroes. I'm not really a big Marvel universe buff, but
we need to
surely there's other superheroes.
No one has America after it.
No one has America. Yeah, what are we gonna call Atomic? The Hulk.
I mean, isn't the Hulk something to do with atomic like radiation or something like that? It kind of fits.
Something like that.
I don't know. There's something there.
Yeah, the full-time content from the interim Captain America Retals. So he's had a stellar career. He's won a DreamHack. He's qualified for many worlds, many majors, won regionals, and 8 years of rock. So W to Mr. Slater. Hopefully we'll see him around. He still says he's going to do full-time content and full-time school. So maybe a CRL angle, Captain, hey, for Retals.
I wouldn't blame him. There is a thread on Twitter about that right now, though. Did you guys see that thread?
No.
Of this guy is super mad.
Really? Why?
Bet you.
I can find the tweet about me, just my whole team. But I'm trying to find the tweet.
Oh, the tweet.
I think people are really overrating my standing among these players. I'm not gonna lie, but
oh really?
I can't find the tweet. He was saying that it's like ruining collegiate. That he was like, oh nice, average team of GC3s has to play a world champion and 2 former pros, or I don't know, something like that. I can't find the tweet.
What? I don't know.
Yeah,
a
lot of people saw it, but I don't
know. A scholarship is I mean, I was gonna say it's not charity. It is sometimes, but it's not. I mean, it is what it is. If you're not like the best person for the job, why would somebody hire you if there's a better person?
Well, if you're Champ 3, are these guys getting scholarships as well?
Champ 3s are getting scholarships?
No. That's what I don't understand. Is like I would get it if, like, say there was a team at this school and they were all on full rides, and then here I come, boom, my full ride, peace. Like there wasn't before. The only reason they're doing it is because they're fielding a team that they think can do well. So it's like I feel like we're adding to it, not
you didn't bench
taking
someone
away. I didn't like take the opportunity from someone. And all the people I'm playing are the people that I struggle to beat in 2s every day. You know what I mean? Like I'm not.
I'd love to play a former world champion.
Don't
you want to play high level competition?
I just walked in CRL stuff. Yeah, Speed. There was
Speed just came and asked us to play League, but actually we just started talking about CRL, which is probably a first for honestly Chalkcast history. Like I don't know about CRL.
This is new.
Until Garrett joined CRL, and now I know things about it. It's crazy.
Yeah, the guy was like, yeah, I think a start for me would be like if you make a top 16 event, then you're banned from playing the next semester. And I just don't understand it because like majority of the people making top 16s are making no money. They're making like a few $100 of the prize pool now. And I would get the argument of saying that like I've had a successful career, so I should just go and pay for it. But like, I got to find a job. In a few years, I'm going to need a job. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like retired from life. I'm retired from competing. So it's like if I have an opportunity to get school paid for, like how am I supposed to say no if I want to go to school? I'm not just doing it to play Rocket League. So it's I don't know. But anyway, we don't have to talk about that for a while. I just don't understand that mindset.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Agreed.
No, I'm on this guy's side. I think it's disgusting seeing the Captain America dominating the
just paycheck stealing.
Just dominating the
stealing.
pitch for Winthrop College. No, I'll be tuning in though.
Is Winthrop a place? Is that a real name of a place?
Yeah.
Where is it?
No, it's the name of school, but it's in Rock Hill, South Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Winthrop. Look, it's got me tuning in. So if they want to grow CRL, I'm watching now. Okay, I'm watching the Captain.
Is it going to be the content league? Is this what's happening? Like, see when give a few more years. It's just if it's just all retired RLCS pros, it's just a content league, and everybody's like getting qualifications. It's pretty cool.
Big ups to the Captain. Back to the transfer. I think we've kind of locked. Oh yeah, the other one was Swift. We didn't touch on South America. Sorry, Wildcard's kind of staying together. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. We can touch on that again. Oh, the other big ones outside. Yeah, so Swift. Just before we get into that though, there was Cash going to APAC. So Cash, Furlash, and Max have announced, and Kevin with Sphinx and Catalysm. So Sosa is leaving Kevin in, so that's huge. We're seeing the 2/3 rule coming through for APAC, which we'd love to see. We don't need a 2/3 rule in Sam because these Brazilians are sticking, but Yan lost and Swift in. Johnny Drafinho is out.
Yeah, interesting. I wasn't sure which one. I mean, it was basically waiting around to see who Yan wants to keep playing with, and it sounds like he's made his decision. So there you go. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think Swift deserves that. I'm excited to see Yan and Swift in the same team. Swift has been unbelievable, and yeah, they've clearly been in the biggest rut of all time. It's time to just give it another.
And a new coach as well.
Any change.
Bruno in from Secret. Matei's out. So yeah, completely trying to change things up, trying to find that form where they just used to be scary internationally, and now they've kind of lost that magic a little bit. And then we've got KV1 Motta. This is still unannounced. MIBR drops Brad and Raisable. Is that announced? I guess. Oh well, that's like that's still. Are they sticking? Yeah, that's the bull. Yeah, not sure, but
I actually don't know about that one.
Yeah, we'll.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see all the balls.
What's your take? What's your guys' thoughts on Lost over Drafinho? I saw people mad about that on Twitter.
I don't know. I mean, it's not like it's just unlikely that that's a decision that's made because of on-field play. It's probably just like big personalities, I'm guessing. Maybe they decided like, now let's just stick with this. This group seems better. Maybe they did one scrim and that was the better version. I don't know. I don't. In these kind of situations, I usually just like when it's like so up in the air. I'm just like, let's just see. Let's just let them cook. See what they're up to.
I mean, yeah, it was a while ago now, but Lost did have his best land this year, didn't he? Wasn't Birmingham like his? Didn't he go crazy at that land?
Lost is like he's had lots of very good lands, but then like when Fury are doing badly, Lost is doing really badly. I think he takes it very very hard when they're struggling. But yeah, he had a great line.
Though. He was going crazy.
He did. He went crazy at Birmingham. At Birmingham, they were great. They had a great line. That's when he does well.
Greg thinks it's pretty. Yeah, it is pretty. Mateus has been with Furia since its inception, since Furia pretty much got picked up. So, yeah, I think that's pretty big. I think that Bruno coming in, I just think sometimes you need a new voice, and it wasn't working. It hasn't been working for this season, at least internationally for Furia. But obviously, still being the number one seed domestically. But I'm excited to see how they're going to look. I'd like to see Yan back in that kind of top 5 player in the world sort of form. We'll see. Yeah. So wait and see there in Sam. There's still not too many rumors or teams announced. Wildcard looks like they're sticking together. It makes sense after one of the best runs we've seen since 2018. Super Lucky Fiber, Scrub or Gus rumor team. Amphis Mock, not sure. Luna Laxton, so no idea on what's going on in OCE. Obviously, Razias has left though, so we do know that Chiefs have definitely making a move. Do I have a team? Oh, I might hop on one of these ones in OCE with the 2/3 rule coming in. SSA to die for, Sweaty unknown, and this is the big one. Snowy getting Techos to SSA. The 2/3 rule coming in. Guns potential. Oh, I actually clicked on his name.
Is this his 4th region he's played in?
He just loves regions, doesn't he?
4 regions in 1 year, because he did EU, then he did APAC, then didn't he try and qualify for a MENA last chance qual? Am I making that up?
Yeah, they went for the MENAs. Didn't they try and then they complained? Was there something with that like they tried to play in MENA?
No, that was another team that they got they lost the scrim for the contract.
Oh, the scrim for the contract.
Yeah.
They got dropped.
That was so funny.
Imagine.
They lost this
on ping. They lost on ping. Hilarious. Well, actually, they played two scrims, one on both servers, and they lost both. So GG's. But yeah, Teko's 4th region in 1 year or like a calendar year is crazy. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that like obviously Snowy has been the advocate against these kind of moves, but then he's the 2/3 rule is in. He's like, let me get my boy.
Oh no, to be fair to him though, and to be fair to all of South Africa and all of SSA, I think they've always said that they're open to players coming over and teaming with them, but they just don't want full teams.
Yeah.
Like it's a bit different when it's full teams coming over. I think it's fine. Like going over as a player and joining, like what Razier's did with OCE, that's totally fine. That definitely helps the region because he's putting himself in the ecosystem with players. Yeah. So I like it. The 2/3 rule basically fixes everything.
Yeah, I agree. Great W rule.
W rule.
And the
and
cash...
they didn't screw everyone in CRL. You can still play if you're in CRL. So they didn't screw over speed.
Screw over. Yes. If you're at a college, then you're all good. That counts as living. Cash I just touched on before, but that's another big move. Decided to have a crack at be the 1/3 on an APAC team. So
I thought Cash retired. Didn't he retire multiple times?
Yeah, this is a very Rocket League.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe
very Rocket League to retire.
We've been over this.
Yeah, not really understanding.
Retirement kind of means I'm not really looking like I'm going to qualify for a LAN again in my region. But if something else comes up, I'm there.
I think we just we need to start calling it what it is. It's impression farming. Let's retire. Let's retire as a podcast, and then we'll come back. Oh, we're back. It's just like they can get away with it because nobody trusts them anyway. But we need to start. There should be fines maybe.
Yeah, or it's like they don't get a move that they
early
want.
on retirement
I'm
fines.
Retiring, but then they're like, "Oh, I'll still play."
He did say what Mott said, that some people convinced him to not retire. So he did, I guess, unretire for sure. When he said everyone.
We just need to come up with like a good, fair number for early on retirement fines, and then we're good. We can leave it at that.
Yeah.
And I still want to play, but not scrim. Retiring is not scrim anymore. That's it. It really is just that. It's just not scrim. Playing is fun. You just play 3 times a year. That's the whole, or 6 times, I guess. 6 times a year. That's the whole esports format. There's no commitment.
It's a lot of soft retirement. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah. Can we power rank the EU teams for fun?
Yeah.
Oh, well, all of them. We should. I think we should save that. We should save it.
Let's say it.
Yeah, let's save it.
How about next week?
That's a really good idea. We should do that. Yeah.
Next week we do like a FIFA E episode and then maybe like a power rankings as well. Like a power rankings.
Yeah, I want to do that because I think
like
there's no wrong answers. I think there's no wrong answers, which is great.
Yeah, I need to think about that one. That's a good question. But we should do that.
Don't put me on the spot like that, Captain. Don't put me on the spot.
I know, but that's where you get like terrible ansers, and that's great.
With this, I don't know if we're going to do a good job no matter how long we...
It doesn't matter. I will be doing
I think
this
we're in big trouble.
Yeah, no, EU's going to be so random, I think. But it's going to be great because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's insane. But look, I think we've pretty much caught up. We've got Worlds and the transfer window. Still a lot of rumors, as you can see. None of these are actually confirmed if they've got an R next to them. Shout out to Mythalian as well with the with this page. This has been very, very helpful. But yeah, a few retirements, things like that. We'll catch up with more of that. I'm sure over the next week. But we're back in business, guys. We are back in business.
We're back.
Sorry that I took the Patreon funds for my own vacation. Allegedly.
I was gonna make that joke, and then you did.
No, Johnny did off the rip.
Or have you already made that? Oh, you already made that joke? That's funny.
Oh, don't worry. I've already.
I was gonna say we're broke.
Yeah, don't worry.
We're now broke.
Allegations. They're only allegations.
Sub to the Patreon. We put a padlock on it. CJ can't get access to it anymore, so he doesn't run away.
Damn.
I'm just gonna do it next. I'm gonna run away to holiday in November. But yeah, in case for legal reasons, this is all a big joke, a very funny joke.
Yes.
So good job, us.
For legal reasons, yeah. But we've got a lot of exciting things in store still. We've got some things cooking in the background, and we're back still. The Patreon is absolutely firing. We'll be getting some more content, and yeah, we'll be trying to farm as much content over the next month as possible with the Patreon, with the transfer rumors, with NRG, with NRG winning worlds as well. We did it. Hashtag we did it. Us North Americans. We got the job done. Can't believe that anyone doubted us. They were always the top 4 team in Europe.
I can't believe that we beat France. The rest of the world beat France. That is really cool for us.
We did
the non-French part of the world. Great job, everyone.
we absolutely did it. It was the greatest day ever to see. We came in. We hopped over that to France, the enemy territory, didn't we, Captain? And we took what was rightfully ours. That trophy.
Yes, we did.
That chip.
Oh!
So we got the job done. Absolutely insane. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed our first episode back. We are so back. The captain's back. NRG's back in business. Johnny's happier than ever that
what just happened? I think Garrett just got mauled, by the way.
I just got jumped on.
He just got mauled. What on earth just happened?
What she's doing?
He's getting...
Yeah, Rock Leagues. Right. I feel like we're healing. I feel like RLCS.
Or we're bubbling.
Healing, so.
We're healing or we're
bubbling. Yeah, we're bubbling.
Dralii's bubbling.
We're
Dralii's in his own bubble. Just floating off. We're trying to catch him. The 35k bubble.
Oh my days! He's in a bubble fully. He's in a bubble full of helium. He's going to the moon. He's going up there. I hope helium doesn't pop when frozen.
We didn't tie a string to him. He's just gone. We're trying to pull him back down, but look, maybe it'll pop or maybe we'll just keep going. Right now, he's just on one-way trip to the moon. But yeah, we're back in business. We had a little break, little hiatus, little vacation to reset in the off season, but we are back, and yeah, more transfer moves. We'll have some FIFA E recap next week and power rankings. Captain wants to power rank these new teams, these rumored teams. So plenty of action, and make sure you check out the Patreon as well. We'll keep a lot of content over there, maybe some more tier lists and things like that as we go. But sorry that I was away. Look, we're copping it. I know the Reddit guys get really angry when we don't react instantly to stuff, but we're back on deck from now on. So thanks everyone for tuning in. It's great to be back. We haven't gone anywhere. We just took a little trip without the Patreon funds. No Patreon funds were used. Johnny needs to stop joking about that. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Stay tuned. Make sure you guys are in the Discord. And we love you all. All right. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.